हमारे परिवार के हमारे बड़े भाई हैं तो हम साथ में चल रहे हैं। उनका स्वास्थ्य तो ठीक नहीं है, वो रोड से लाने लायक कंडीशन उनकी नहीं थी, अब रोड से ला रहे हैं।
अतीक अहमद ने जेल से बाहर निकलती आशंका जताई कि मुझे मार देंगे, मेरा इनकाउंटर कर देंगे।
जी 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 बिल्कुल, हमने भी देखा। हमने भी देखा वो उनकी।
अच्छा जी, उस पर आपको क्या कहना है?
अब जो उन्होंने कहा सही कहा है।
आपको क्या लगता है?
जो उन्होंने कहा सही कहा है, बिल्कुल।
तो आपको लगता है कि इनकाउंटर हो सकता है?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, हमने प्रेस में भी ये बात कहा था। अशरफ को भी ला रहे हैं, भाई साहब को भी ला रहे हैं।
तो आप राजस्थान से आ रही हैं लगातार? अभी अतीक अहमद से आपकी बात हो पाई?
नहीं, उनको पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी ने फोन करके बता दिया होगा कि इस जगह पर गाड़ी पलटा देंगे। और मैंने उस समय भी कहा था कि जिस समय आप गूगल से और अमेरिका से मदद ले लोगे, आपको पता लग जाएगा कि किस समय गाड़ी पलटी है और किसने पलटाई है। ये सब डॉक्यूमेंटेड है, सैटेलाइट पे सब होगा। ये रिकॉर्ड जाने वाला नहीं है, ये गलती मत करना आप। ये 3 साल बाद 4 साल बाद भी अगर अमेरिका से निवेदन करोगे, अपील करोगे, और वो निकाल के रिकॉर्ड देगा कि हर सेकंड का अगर आप मैप करोगे तो आपको पता लग जाएगा गाड़ी कैसे पलटी है।
अतीक अहमद का काफिला अब उत्तर प्रदेश की सीमा में प्रवेश कर चुका है। गुजरात से निकलने के बाद अब उत्तर प्रदेश की सीमा में अतीक अहमद का काफिला पहुंच चुका है। यहाँ से झांसी होते हुए प्रयागराज पहुंचेंगे और यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं जो काफिला है काफी बड़ा हो चुका है। दरअसल उत्तर प्रदेश में अगर बात की जाए तो अतीक अहमद करीब 2 साल बाद आ रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं पुलिस भी है वो यहाँ पे सुरक्षा के चाक चौबंद इंतजाम किए हुए हैं, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं अतीक अहमद को ये भी डर एक पुलिस को है कि हो सकता है कि जो उसके दुश्मन है वो भी कहीं हमला ना कर दे। लेकिन इसके अलावा जो बात की जाए तो अतीक अहमद खुद डर के साये में है, क्योंकि अतीक अहमद को ये डर है कि कहीं उसका पुलिस एनकाउंटर ना हो जाए। यहाँ पे यूपी पुलिस के जो जवान है उन्होंने वो यहाँ पे तैनात है और अब आप देख सकते हैं अतीक अहमद बाहर आ चुका है। अतीक अहमद की ये पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं। अतीक अहमद इस वक्त बाहर आ चुका है, जेल के बाहर, साबरमती सेंट्रल जेल के बाहर अतीक अहमद आ चुका है। अतीक अहमद की ये पहली पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं। यहाँ पे अतीक अहमद को बाहर ला दिया गया है और ये तस्वीरें सबसे पहली तस्वीरें।
रात के 3:30 बज चुके हैं और कोटा शहर पहुंच चुका है अतीक अहमद को लेकर यूपी पुलिस का काफिला। ये आप पीछे देख सकते हैं मेरे, यही वो वैन है जिसमें अतीक अहमद सवार है। और इसके साथ ही में अगर आप देखें तो फिर यहाँ पे आपको यूपी पुलिस की गाड़ियां भी दिख जाएंगी। कोटा से 12 की तरफ हम जा रहे हैं। रात के 3:30 बज चुके हैं और यहाँ से करीब 90 किलोमीटर दूर है राजस्थान का 12 शहर, जहाँ से करीब आप ये मान के चलिए 3 घंटे और लगेंगे शिवपुरी पहुंचने के लिए, यानी मध्य प्रदेश की सीमा में। ये वो वैन है, पुलिस वैन, जिसके अंदर अतीक मौजूद है। और अब हम बढ़ रहे हैं शिवपुरी जिले के करेरा की तरफ। करेरा यहाँ से करीब 35 किलोमीटर दूर है और उसके बाद एक कुदराया करके एक जगह आएगी जो कि उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश के बॉर्डर का आखिरी हिस्सा है। उसके बाद झांसी की सीमा शुरू हो जाएगी, झांसी यानी उत्तर प्रदेश। और अब आपको बता दें कि जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश पास आते जा रहा है, इस काफिले की रफ्तार और ज्यादा तेज होती जा रही है।
A political blame game has erupted over possible rumors surrounding a possible encounter of Atiq Ahmed en route to Prayagraj. Listening to the reactions that have been pouring in.
अपराधियों और माफियाओं को कैसे नियंत्रित करना है, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी को आता है। अपराध को बढ़ाना, अपराधियों को बढ़ावा देना, ये काम समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता करते रहे सदैव। तो किस तरीके से उनको नियंत्रित किया जाए, ये मुख्यमंत्री जी कर रहे हैं। और जहाँ तक गाड़ी पलटने की बात है, मैंने केवल इतना कहा है कि अगर कोई अपराधी माफिया गिरफ्त में आ जाता पुलिस की, तो गाड़ी में शांति से बैठा रहे ताकि वो सुरक्षित तरीके से जेल पहुंच जाए। वो वहाँ पर हाय तौबा मचाए कि गाड़ी से कूदने फादने की सोचेगा तो उसके बाद डिसबैलेंस हो सकता है ड्राइवर, तो गाड़ी पलट सकती है।
देखिए, न्यायपालिका की प्रक्रिया है और न्यायालय ने पीसी के लिए बुलाया है और हमारी पूरी तैयारी है और हमने पूरी तैयारी कर रखी है। हमने वहाँ बात कर ली है, हमारे डीआईजी को हमने वहाँ भेज दिया है। अगर वो न्यायालय जो जैसी व्यवस्था करेंगे, अगर वो यहाँ रखने की बात आएगी तो हम पूरी तरह से तैयारी के साथ रखने के लिए तैयार हैं।
Gopi Manyar is tracking, in fact, Atiq Ahmed very closely. Remember, he's moved from Gujarat to UP. Gopi, where are you right now? And what can you tell us? अब क्या बता सकती हैं आतिक के मूवमेंट के बारे में और किस तरह का सिक्योरिटी बंदोबस्त किया गया है?
बिल्कुल, देखिए आतिक अहमद को फिलहाल झांसी से ले जाया जा रहा है। यहाँ से झांसी से अब प्रयागराज के लिए जो यूपी पुलिस है वो लेकर निकल चुकी है। आप देख सकते हैं जो कॉन्वे है, कॉन्वे में अब सुरक्षा को बढ़ा दिया गया है। अब तक जो 2 लेयर सिक्योरिटी थी, यानी एक पहले जो स्टेट पुलिस का एस्कॉर्ट वैन रहता था, उसके बाद अब यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं यूपी पुलिस की वैन भी जुड़ चुकी है। यूपी पुलिस की वैन जो है वो आगे और पीछे दोनों ही जगह पे जुड़ चुकी है, यानी यूपी पुलिस किसी भी तरीके की ढील बरतना नहीं चाहती है सुरक्षा को लेकर। तो यूपी पुलिस का जो काफिला है, सबसे आगे यूपी पुलिस की एक जो एस्कॉर्ट वैन है वो है, और उसके बाद जो गाड़ी जो अहमदाबाद से बलेनो निकली थी वो बलेनो के साथ 2 जो बड़े वैन है, जिसमें एक में अतीक अहमद मौजूद है और उसे अब झांसी से प्रयागराज के लिए ले जाया जा रहा है। माना जा रहा है कि अतीक अहमद शाम को करीब रात तक प्रयागराज पहुंच जाएगा और यहाँ से अब कल सुबह उसे कोर्ट के अंदर पेश किया जाएगा।
बट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ बंदोबस्त एंड देयर आर अरेंजमेंट्स दैट आर बीइंग मेड इन प्लेस। गोपी, इस पूरे मामले पे बहुत ज़्यादा पॉलिटिक्स किया गया है। ऑपोजिशन ने ये बार बार कहा है कि एक एनकाउंटर कल्चर बन चुका है उत्तर प्रदेश में और इसके चलते आतिक अहमद का भी एनकाउंटर कर दिया जाएगा।
बिल्कुल, देखिए उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए क्योंकि आतिक अहमद जो है वो उत्तर प्रदेश जाने से ही इनकार कर रहा था। उसने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जब उमेश पाल की हत्या हुई थी तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक एप्लीकेशन मूव की थी और उसने कहा था कि वो अहमदाबाद की साबरमती सेंट्रल जेल में ही रहना चाहता है, उसे यहाँ से न निकाला जाए, या अगर उसे निकाला जाएगा या यूपी भेजा जाएगा तो उसका गाड़ी पलट सकती है या उसका एनकाउंटर हो सकता है। और आज जब उसकी बहन यहाँ पे, क्योंकि उसकी जो बहन है वो भी यूपी राजस्थान से लगातार यूपी तक, प्रयागराज तक उसे फॉलो कर रही है, तो उसकी बहन से भी जब हमारी बातचीत हुई तो उसकी बहन का भी ये साफ शब्दों में मानना था कि उन्हें डर है कि कहीं अतीक अहमद का एनकाउंटर न हो जाए, जिसके चलते वो लोग भी इसी तरीके से जो अतीक अहमद की वैन है उसके पीछे पीछे आ रहे हैं। तो राजस्थान से लगातार उसकी बहन, उनके लॉयर जो है वो लोग सारे जो पुलिस की वैन है उसके पीछे चल रहे हैं जो प्रयागराज तक जाएंगे। लगातार परिवार को लेकर भी, क्योंकि उनकी जो बहन है उसने ये कहा है कि जो भी सिचुएशन है, जो भी कानून पे भरोसा है, कानून जिस तरीके का फैसला लेता है तो उसे कबूल माना जाएगा। लेकिन कल के जजमेंट को लेकर उन्होंने भी कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं कहा, सिर्फ यही कहा कि कोर्ट पे पूरा भरोसा है उन्हें। लेकिन अब सवाल यही है कि अतीक अहमद, जिस पे कई सारे मामले दर्ज है, लगातार अतीक अहमद को ये डर सता रहा है और यूपी में इसको लेकर राजनीति भी लगातार हो रही है, चाहे अखिलेश यादव का बयान हो या दूसरे राजनीतिक दलों का बयान हो। कहीं ना कहीं जो यूपी के अंदर गुंडा राज को खत्म करने की बात योगी आदित्यनाथ कर रहे हैं, तो वो किस तरीके से किया जा रहा है उसको लेकर भी अब सवाल यहाँ पे खड़े हो रहे हैं।
जी गोपी, शुक्रिया मेरे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। गोपी मानियार getting us all of those details. Samarth is tracking Atiq Ahmed as well, getting us all of those visuals of the convoy there moving to Prayagraj. 7 hours is what it's going to take. Interestingly, the sister of Atiq Ahmed also follows. There's a lot of speculation and the same has been communicated to court as well, that there is a possibility of an encounter, something that the accused here has also voiced his concerns, voiced in court, isn't it? Samarth.
Well, exactly. It's a hard task for Uttar Pradesh police, and it will take around 6 to 7 hours for to reach Prayagraj. And what we want to show you that India Today TV is just behind the convoy of UP police, and the another visual which is coming here is of the van of Atiq Ahmed. This is one particular police van in which Atiq Ahmed is sitting inside, and India Today TV is just right behind this particular van, which we are trying to show you, because it has become very crucial. Because once Vikas Dubey incident happened, mafias of Uttar Pradesh had fear in mind, can the same thing would happen with them, and that is the reason beat Mukhtar Ansari in the case when he was shifted from Punjab to Banda jail. He had such concern, he had some fear. Now the same fear is striking to the Mafia Don Atiq Ahmed, and he, even after coming out from the jail, told media persons that UP police wants to kill him, and that is the reason why his family along with their advocate is also following the convoy of Atiq Ahmed, and UP police till Prayag, they'll follow it till Prayagraj. Special cell has also been made in Prayagraj where Atiq Ahmed will be kept. It will be having the round-the-clock CCTV cameras and policemen with body on cameras, so that the police headquarters could get the visuals of Atiq Ahmed, like what he is doing inside the cell, and a proper security arrangements have also been made. And also the new officers of UP police have been stationed, new in the sense that those who have not been posted in Prayagraj, so that they don't have any connectivity with the Mafia Don.
Pictures, in fact, on your screen live that Samarth is getting us. Look at that. That's a convoy of a gangster history sheeter who's now been taken from Jhansi to Prayagraj. 7 hours is what it's going to take, but just so much politics has happened around this entire matter already. We'll continue to keep a close eye on all of those developments, and we're staying with Atiq Ahmed. Uttar Pradesh police taking gangster turned Neta Atiq Ahmed to Prayagraj from Sabarmati jail for court hearings in connection to the Umesh Pal kidnapping murder case. Akhilesh takes Gaadi palat jayegi jai with Yogi Adityanath government. Atiq's sister faces encounter before reaching Prayagraj. Here's what's happening.
Once a notorious Bahubali, a feared and powerful media don of Uttar Pradesh, now fearing for his life and pleading in front of the camera. Fearing an encounter killing by Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's police.
सरकार की जीरो टॉलरेंस की नीति है और उन माफियाओं के खिलाफ मिट्टी में मिलाने का काम उनका हमारी सरकार करेगी, पूरी मजबूती के साथ उनसे निपटने का कार्य करेगी.
Ever since UP CM roared in the State Assembly, the news has tightened around Mafia Don turned Samajwadi Party Neta Atiq Ahmed. On Saturday, UP police reached Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad and took custody of Atiq Ahmed, quaking with fear.
यहाँ पे यूपी पुलिस के जो जवान है उन्होंने वो यहाँ पे तैनात है और अब आप देख सकते हैं अतीक अहमद बाहर आ चुका है. अतीक अहमद की ये पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं.
Amid heightened security and accompanied by armed commandos of the Uttar Pradesh police, the gangster was shifted to Prayagraj to be produced before a court on 28 March. As per sources, Atiq will be kept in isolation in a high-security barrack in the jail. His cell will have a CCTV camera. Specially picked jail staff wearing body cameras will keep a sharp eye on the Don-turned-Neta. Prayagraj jail office and jail headquarters will monitor the prison round the clock through a video wall. Meanwhile, politics has erupted over Atiq's extradition. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav claimed that Atiq will meet the fate of another Don, Vikas Dubey, who died when the police car carrying him allegedly overturned. Union Minister Giriraj Singh added a murky twist.
अरे भाई, योगी जी उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री हैं. योगी जी उत्तर प्रदेश के रोड इंस्पेक्टर नहीं है कि कौन गाड़ी पलटी खाएगा, कौन गाड़ी सीधे चलेगा. ये गाड़ी का ड्राइवर जाने.
यानी उनको पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी ने फोन करके बता दिया होगा कि इस जगह पर गाड़ी पलटा देंगे.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath had earlier ducked questions on cars of criminals mysteriously overturning.
देखिए, एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है, इसमें कौन तो रहा है. देखिए, इसमें कहीं कोई एक्सीडेंट किसी का भी हो सकता है.
India Today also accessed exclusive pictures of Atiq's absconding wife Shaista Parveen, who, like Atiq, is a key accused in the Umesh Pal murder case and carries a bounty of 25,000 rupees on her. With Gopi Maniar, Ravish Pal Singh, Samarth Srivastav and Santosh Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.
Breaking news coming in. Let's go straight to that. Opposition leaders create uproar in Parliament. Opposition black protests in Parliament has turned ugly. Placards and paper thrown at the Lok Sabha Speaker. Opposition MP storm well of the House. Supriya Bhardwaj getting us all of those details. Tracking that story from right outside Parliament House. Supriya, drama continues and I think it's getting uglier really by the minute. We're putting out these pictures of MPs in the well right now who are throwing papers, in fact, at the Speaker, their Om Birla.
सदन की कार्रवाई 4 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है। माननीय सदस्य, मैं सदन गरिमा से चलाना चाहता हूं। सदन की कार्रवाई 4 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है। माननीय सदस्य,
adjourned till what time?
गरिमा से चलाना चाहता हूं।
Lok Sabha has been adjourned as well. You heard that?
कार्रवाई 4 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Okay. With us, Supriya, hangama there. The lower house has been adjourned as well. Rajya Sabha has been adjourned too, and the scene's getting uglier every second, isn't it?
Well, Sneha, what has happened is that it's a no-holds-bar match or a battle, you can say simply, which is going.
We have a reaction coming in from Manish Tiwari. Let's go straight to that.
An elected representative decides to share a stage with someone who's been convicted of such a heinous offence and then released prematurely while other people continue to laugh.
Supriya is back with us, getting us all of those details. Supriya, you're telling us about how the scenes are just getting uglier, isn't it?
Well, Sneha, what has happened now, it's a no-holds-bar battle which is going on. The opposition is up in arms, and for the first time today, even TMC joined the opposition leaders meeting in the Rajya Sabha in the office of Leader of Opposition, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. The entire opposition is clad in black. What is really interesting is that because of Rahul Gandhi, it's not just the entire opposition which has come together, but even his sharp critics, which includes Mr.
Moment from now, Nalin Kohli is with us. Mr. Kohli, these are scenes that are really ugly for the entire country to see. What really is the way forward? The opposition has been saying, get us a JPC. There has to be a JPC on this entire matter. And now another issue to add to all of this chaos and these pathetic scenes coming in from both houses of parliament, sir.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not in front of a TV, so I'm not in a position to be able to comment on what are the nature of the visuals and how they are. However, what I've been told is that it seems that papers were thrown at the Speaker. That is certainly not correct. Because after all, the Speaker is a constitutional post. Every member of Parliament takes the oath of the Constitution, and therefore they are supposed to uphold the Constitution, protect the Constitution, work according to the Constitution. So if someone is attacking who symbolizes that Constitution in terms of holding that office, which is the Honourable Speaker, and you throw papers, it would be imperative that those who have done so reflect on the very oath they have taken to uphold, preserve and protect the Constitution. And therefore that would be an action that is not desirable in any sense. Going step forward is something that is part of parliamentary procedure. The government,
Thank you, Mr. Kohli, very respectfully.
Would look at it.
Respectfully, the opposition says that the chair must step in and resolve this entire matter. At the end of the day, the opposition and the government are obviously not on the same page. Should the chair not step in? Does the opposition not matter in a democracy?
Not at all, but the opposition cannot also function in a manner that they believe will be outside the norms of constitutional democracy. I mean, in a very simple argument, if I take it away from members of parliament, if two people are in dispute and one says it's my way or the highway, that's not exactly the way to start a dialogue.
Kohli, very respectfully, you all also were out on the streets and the House was not functioning when you demanded a JPC in the alleged 2G scam, isn't it?
Yes. So there was a 2G scam on which there were comments of no less than the Honourable Supreme Court.
Okay.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi's wild allegations are not what matters for which is not from a.
But those accused at that point in time have been acquitted. At the end of the day, the acquittal has also happened. I'm just going to come back to you. Marjit Memon is also with us. Marjit Memon, what's going on inside Parliament? Should the opposition also not maintain decorum is my question to you. We have Nalin Kohli of the BJP also on the other side. Mr. Majid Mehmet, I want to ask you, should the opposition also not maintain some decorum inside the house? Coming back to you in a moment from now, just telling our viewers about what really has happened inside Parliament, and we're getting you these pictures. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. This is in fact the temple of democracy. We're showing you these pictures of protests right now that's ongoing inside Parliament and outside. Look at these visuals, and we're showing these visuals to you right now from the well of the House. First of all, protests at the Gandhi statue that's being held by the Congress and other opposition MPs, demanding a JPC, also protesting against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. Om Birla, the speaker there, trying to bring the House under order. These are visuals, in fact. This is the well of the House, ladies and gentlemen, where MPs, as you can see, have moved right now. And look at these MPs there who are throwing, in fact, who are tearing papers and throwing it on the face of the speaker. The opposition in the well right now. And this is an image that we are showing of you of these MPs. They're all of them dressed in black, as you can see, many opposition leaders in solidarity with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. They moved into the well of the House and are tearing the paper and throwing it on the speaker's face. That's what's happening in Parliament. And these are pictures from a few moments ago. MPs there throwing papers at the speaker here. The House, not in control, has been adjourned. Once again, both houses of Parliament have been adjourned. But as you can see, members of Parliament, and these are from the opposition there, are in fact right now throwing papers at the speaker's face. A few moments ago, the House was then adjourned. On the right side of your screens, and you can see these MPs are back in fact, right outside Parliament once again. This is the Gandhi statue from where they are protesting, wearing black, holding placards. Two demands. One, of course, to register a protest, as they are doing so by wearing black against the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. And then they are also raising the issue of a JPC on the Adani matter. That's what's happening inside Parliament and outside Parliament. Drama inside as well as drama outside Parliament.
सदन की कार्रवाई 4 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है। माननीय सदस्य, मैं सदन गरिमा से चलाना चाहता हूं।
Visuals on the right side of your screen. Sonia Gandhi at the protest along with top leaders of the Congress party. And also other opposition members. You can see DMK's TR Balu also there. And you have other opposition leaders also, the NCP, for example, in solidarity with Rahul Gandhi today. Now, what they want really is a JPC in the Adani matter, is the demand of all of these opposition MPs, because of which both houses of Parliament have once again been adjourned, will not relenting on their demand for a joint parliamentary committee probe on this entire matter. What really happened inside the House essentially was this. The opposition members have been demanding a joint parliamentary committee probe in the Adani matter. Now, this has been a long pending demand of members of Parliament, opposition MPs, not just the Congress, but a dozen other opposition parties from inside Parliament, where these visuals are of protests from a few moments ago. Both the houses viewers have been adjourned, Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. On the right side of your screen are pictures coming in of opposition MPs there in protest, wearing black, also against the disqualification of former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, and then also demanding the JPC in this entire matter. Supriya Bhardwaj back with us. Supriya, as expected, the dharna, the drama inside Parliament and now outside Parliament as we speak.
Well, Sneha, can you hear me? Sneha, can you hear me?
Please go ahead, Supriya.
Well, Sneha, I'd like to show you what is happening at the Vijay Chowk. Now, there's this police movement which is happening. Well, all the opposition leaders are coming here, and I'd like to show you that as to how what is happening here is that the opposition leaders we are hearing. I'd like my camera person to show you what is going on at Vijay Chowk. Well, all the opposition leaders are coming here at the moment at Vijay Chowk, and they are going to address a joint press conference is what we are hearing. Right now, I'll ask my camera person to show you as to what is going on over here. See, there is this movement, the buses have been brought in, and behind me is the parliament, and from here you can see as to how the police has started deployment over here. Well, this is Vijay Chowk where we are, and from here I'd like to show you the visuals that how the Delhi police movement has also started. Well, it was just a couple of minutes back. When the information came that entire opposition is walking towards this side where we are at the Vijay Chowk. Behind me, I'll ask Totavarji, my camera person, to show you as to how there is this movement going on, and all the Delhi police people are also coming. So this is the situation at ground zero. Congress's MPs were protesting. The entire opposition unitedly is protesting at the Gandhi statue. And now the latest information that we are getting is that they are heading towards Vijay Chowk where we are. So the opposition is up in arms. They are coming in a united fashion. Interestingly, today for the first time, TMC has also joined the protest. There you can see the movement which is happening. And I'm showing you at ground zero what is going on. Well, see, there it is where they... I'm showing you from ground zero what is happening here.
Priya.
Sneha, there's a movement over here. There you can see the entire opposition coming. My camera person, I'll ask Mr. Ravi Totawar to show you what is happening here. All the MPs are here at the moment present who are coming here clad in black, and they're actually coming towards Vijay Chowk. And this is what you can see as to how all the MPs are dressed in black and are marching right outside from the Vijay Chowk, Parliament House, and coming towards Vijay Chowk. I'll ask my camera person to show you a bit what is going on over here at ground zero. We'll showing you what is happening here. Well, Sneha, this is ground zero where we are. All the opposition leaders are coming here outside the parliament, and police is now doing a heavy deployment. There is this barricading which has happened, and behind me, that side also I'll show you what is at the moment going on. There's this bus movement that is taking place. There you can see the opposition leaders clad in black, and they were supposed to come to Vijay Chowk to address a press conference, but the entry points have been blocked. So I'll ask Mr. Ravi, my camera person, to show you that this is what has happened. The barricades have been put. There you can see behind me, the MPs are coming out. They are from all the opposition parties, and they're coming towards Vijay Chowk. They were supposed to address the media, but a heavy barricading has been done. This is the scene of ground zero, the protest which is happening at Vijay Chowk now. Earlier it was happening at Gandhi statue inside the parliament. Both the houses, the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, have been adjourned. The entire opposition is clad in black, and now you can see they are saying Satyamev Jayate, and this is what is happening at this ground zero, what is going on. Well, the police is present in large number, and this is what is happening here at ground zero, which is Vijay Chowk, and opposition MPs are up in arms. They are walking from inside the Parliament House all the way here at Vijay Chowk, clad in black, and the Congress as well as all the other opposition, 18 opposition parties, which includes even Trinamool Congress, are saying it's nothing short of Black Day. They are saying this is Satyamev Jayate. There you can see the MPs and the opposition's who's who present here, and they have come all the way from the parliament. Both the houses have been adjourned till 1 Lok Sabha being that at 2 p.m. and Rajya Sabha for Lok Sabha for 4 p.m. and Rajya Sabha for 2 p.m. There the MPs are protesting, and there we can see as to how this is this situation happening at ground zero. where you can see Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge along with other opposition party MPs, DMK, TMC, 18 opposition party MPs are here, and behind you can see the Parliament building, and they're coming towards Vijay Chowk. They're going to address the media in a short while, and they're saying that we want JPC. Inside both the houses we have seen as to how the protest took place, and then now they are actually coming towards Vijay Chowk. So this is what we are, the scenes at ground zero we are showing you. So Seha, this is happening here. We'll try to get a quick word now from all the MPs who are coming inside. They are supposed to address the media. This is Vijay Chowk where all this commotion is happening. You can see as to how the MPs clad in black are coming here, and we are trying to quickly get you some reactions also over here. Congress party is up in arms. They have been protesting ever since Rahul Gandhi got disqualified, and the situation at ground zero, you can see that how the MPs from across party lines, especially Trinamool Congress, has also joined in. Well, here we are getting a quick word from Nasir Hussain. Sir, Mr. Deependra Hooda, you are clad in black and protesting. What do you have to say, sir?
See, what's happening in Indian democracy is unfortunate. The voices of dissent, the voices of opposition, anybody who has a view against the BJP government, who wants to expose the corruption and the crony capital of the BJP government, is targeted by the government, the government's agencies, and the voice of the opposition is sought to be silenced. The voice of opposition cannot be silenced. We want to tell our government this. We demand a JPC into the corruption nexus and the crony capitalism of BJP and big corporate houses.
Ma'am, what do you have to say? You're clad in black protesting. What do you have to say about the disqualification of Mr. Gandhi? And you guys have protested also today inside the house.
देखिए, ये देश सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र है और इस देश के सबसे बड़े मंदिर में विपक्ष की आवाज को दबाने के लिए जिस तरह से राहुल गांधी का डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन हुआ, वो विपक्ष के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा आघात है। आप विपक्ष की आवाज को बंद करना चाहते हैं। सवाल सिर्फ राहुल गांधी जी का नहीं है, सवाल विपक्ष की आवाज का है। आज विपक्ष की आवाज को डराया, धमकाया और बंद किया जा रहा है कि यहाँ तक कि उनको सदन से बाहर कर दिया गया है। आज राहुल गांधी है, कल किसी और लीडर की बारी आएगी, इसलिए आज पूरा विपक्ष एकजुट होकर, हमारा दोष सिर्फ इतना है, चूंकि हम लोग अडानी घोटाले की जांच चाहते हैं, जेपीसी चाहते हैं, और जो 20,000 करोड़ रुपए शेल कंपनी में आए हैं वो किसके हैं, ये शब्द राहुल जी ने उनसे पूछा था।
जी, well, I've also been joined by Mr. Karthi Chidambaram. Mr. Chidambaram, what do you have to say the way Mr. Gandhi was disqualified, and now we have seen as to how there is this counter attack from the BJP side also, and this entire war of words which is going on. What do you have to say?
The entire episode must be looked at it from the reverse angle. This whole case, hurried vacation of the stay and a hurried trial over the last 15 days, all only suggests that they needed to set up a situation in which Mr. Rahul Gandhi was sentenced for 2 years so that they could trigger his disqualification. So the end goal was his disqualification from the House. That is why this case, which I think was the most frivolous case, of a rhetorical political speech made in Karnataka, which is in the middle of an election campaign, is being found to be defamatory in Surat, Gujarat. This is unheard of. There is no judicial precedent for this. There is no judicial precedent for this kind of sentence. And the whole thing has been engineered so that there could be a sentence of 2 years, so he could be disqualified, and to ensure that he does not come to Parliament and ensure that he does not say what he has to say on the floor of the House.
What do you have to say as far as the legality of the entire matter is concerned? You'll be appealing?
Yes, of course we'll have to go through the legal process, but we have seen in the case of the member from Lakshadweep where a similar situation has arisen, and whereas he has gotten a stay of his conviction as well as his sentence from the Kerala High Court, but the Lok Sabha Secretariat is not respecting that judgment and reinstating him into the House. He has now gone to the Supreme Court, but if he gets a judgment in his favour, which he should, that should also help Mr. Rahul Gandhi's cause. We will eventually win, but it's going to be a battle first in the courts in Gujarat, then in the Supreme Court.
Well, that was Mr. Karthi Chidambaram. I'd like to quickly show you what is going on here, and I'll try to get quickly word from Mr. Digvijay Singh and Mr. Jairam Ramesh, who are also clad in black. You can see topmost leaders are here. Digvijay sir, Digvijay ji, well, Digvijay Singh ji, senior most leader of the Congress party. Sir, unprecedented. You have seen such a long journey as far as a political leader. What do you have to say the situation where we stand today, sir?
It is the beginning of the murder of democracy.
You will see some more now. Where more and more Mr. Modi, Amit Shah feel nervous. They will go berserk.
Also, one of your union minister, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, is saying this is what he has said, and I quote, because this is the news agency ANI which has put out a quote, so I'm quoting, saying that you are getting an ass to run a horse's race. They really deserve to do some serious introspection. People of India would judge them for what they are. Fight courts, action in court. You are evoking Mahabharata and Savarkar. This is on the disqualification of Mr. Gandhi. The protest you guys were saying, this is what they have said.
We never expected Mr. Hardeep Puri to make this statement. Don't forget, he got the prime postings under UP and Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Also, so what next? Mr. Gandhi saying, मैं तपस्या करता रहूंगा, मैं तपस्या पे निकल रहा हूँ.
हम तपस्वी के साथ हैं.
तो क्या सड़कों पर अब रण होगा?
जहाँ वो कहेंगे वहाँ जाएंगे.
पूरा विपक्ष एक साथ आगे प्रदर्शन कर रहा है.
जी.
और कुछ ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो प्रदर्शन पहले नहीं साधते थे, जैसे आजाद साहब हैं, उन्होंने भी कहा कि ये गलत हुआ है. Sharp critics said. Overall situation, sir, what's at stake, because it's a political showdown, a massive battle which is going on now in the country.
It is the last battle for upholding the basics of democracy in this country. We have to fight relentlessly to preserve the Indian Constitution and to ensure that the democracy survives in this country.
Well, Mr. Jairam Ramesh is also here. We'll take a quick reaction from him. He's not speaking right now with the media, so we'll try to get some more reaction here. Other MPs from Kerala there. Mr. Mukul Vasnik is also there. Yeah. Sir, you are from Kerala. Why not also? We are seeing that is already scenes are coming of disbelief, and we are seeing what is going on over there. How is Kerala reacting to disqualification of Mr. Gandhi?
For the last 2 days, all the Kerala, in every nook and corner, you get the protest against this. All the protest against this. Even the night, thousands of people are rallied and they are against this undemocratic steps taken by the government and the Lok Sabha also. In Wayanad, all people are very enthusiastic. They are fighting against this undemocratic rule.
So what do you have to say?
और मीडिया के मेरे दोस्तों और पार्लियामेंट के सभी सदस्यों मित्रों, पहला तो मैं सभी पार्टी के नेताओं को, जो हमारे फ्लोर लीडर्स हैं लोकसभा में, राज्यसभा में, और इम्पोर्टेंट लीडर्स भी जो है, उनका मैं शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं कि उन्होंने कल जोरदार तरीके से हमारा समर्थन किया. राहुल गांधी जी का जो डिफेमेशन केस में डिस्क्वालीफाई जो हमारे स्पीकर ने किया था, उसके बारे में डेमोक्रेसी की हालत देश में क्या है, किस ढंग से चल रही है, इसके लिए वो सभी पार्टी चिंतित है. और उन्होंने राहुल गांधी जी के इसके लिए सभी लोग ने डिफेंड करके और उनके बारे में अपनी बात जो बताई, इसलिए मैं उनको पुनः यहाँ पर धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ, उनका शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ. भाइयों, दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि आज हम काले कपड़े के ड्रेस में क्यों आए, कि ये नहीं कि किसी को बताने के लिए नहीं, हम ये दिखाना चाहते हैं कि इस देश में डेमोक्रेसी को मोदी जी एक एक करके ख़त्म कर रहे हैं. एक तो पहले ऑटोनोमस बॉडीज़ को ख़त्म करते हुए आए, दूसरी तरह जो कानूनी तहत लोग चुनाव में जीत के आए, उनको डरा धमका के उन्होंने हर जगह अपनी सरकार बनाने में गए. तीसरी बात, जो लोग झुकते नहीं, उनको झुकाने के लिए ईडी का इस्तेमाल, सीबीआई का इस्तेमाल उन्होंने किया और कर रहे हैं भी. और हर एक चीज़ को ऑथेंटिसिटी पूछते हैं पार्लियामेंट में और राज्यसभा में. और जो ऑथेंटिक तरीके से हमने ये कहा कि देखिए, ये जेपीसी का मामला है, सभी लोग डिमांड कर रहे हैं, जो व्यक्ति अदानी जिसकी संपत्ति पहले 3,000 करोड़ थी, उसके बाद उसकी संपत्ति 50,000 करोड़ बन गई, फिर उसके बाद उसकी संपत्ति 2 लाख करोड़ बन गई, लेकिन 2.5 साल में उसकी संपत्ति 12 लाख करोड़ बन गई। ये कैसा बना? इसके लिए राहुल गांधी जी ने पार्लियामेंट में चंद प्रश्न पूछे। पहला प्रश्न तो ये पूछा कि मोदी जी, अदानी के प्लान में आप आए थे, ये आपके और उनके रिश्ते क्या है? दूसरा प्रश्न इनका था कि जो अदानी इतना छोटा इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, उसको इतना बड़ा आपने किया, इसका कारण क्या है? और तीसरा, आप फॉरेन कंट्री जब जा रहे हैं, दूसरे मुल्कों पे जब जाते हैं, उनको प्लेन में लेके जाते हैं, कितने बार लेके गए? चौथा प्रश्न ये था कि आप जहाँ जहाँ जाते हो उसी वक्त वो भी वहाँ पर आके मिलते हैं, उसका कारण क्या है? और पांचवी बात ये है कि जब आप वहाँ पर जाते हैं, वहाँ के प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स, वहाँ के फॉरेन मिनिस्टर्स, वहाँ के कैपिटलिस्ट लोगों के साथ मिलवाते हो, ये क्या बात है? इन चीज़ों को आप उत्तर दे दो। और छोटे से समय पे एक आदमी इतना पैसा कमा सकता है, जब देश में 50% लोग अभी भी उनकी इनकम केवल गरीबी रेखा के नीचे है। लेकिन ऐसे बड़े लोगों का जो आज संपत्ति बढ़ रहा है, इतना फास्ट बढ़ रहा है, कोई पर कैपिटा इनकम दूसरों का उतना नहीं बढ़ रहा है। इसके लिए जो सवाल किए थे, उन सवालों का जवाब वो नहीं दे सके। और पूरे पार्टी के नेता लोग यहाँ पर जो जितने भी पार्टियां, हमारे 18 पार्टीज आज आए हैं, एक भी पार्टी मिस नहीं हुआ। सभी मिलके यही मुद्दा पूछ रहे कि भाई आप ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी बिठाओ, उसमें खुल के आएगा, सत्यता बाहर आएगी, रिकॉर्ड्स देखेंगे और रिकॉर्ड्स छानबीन करने के बाद जो चीज़ बाहर आएगी वो सबको मालूम होगा, ट्रांसपेरेंसी होगी। और आपको ये भी मालूम होगा कि हम जो ये डिमांड कर रहे हैं, ये डिमांड क्यों कर रहे हैं, ये भी लोगों को मालूम होगा। तो ये जो चीज़ें हैं, उनके फाइल भी जांच हो गई। और आप जेपीसी करने को क्यों डर रहे हो? आपका तो मेजॉरिटी है, 2/3 मेजॉरिटी है, बहुमत है। हम तो अल्पमत में है। और मेंबर्स जो बनेंगे ज्वाइंट पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी के, वो तुम्हारे ज़्यादा बनेंगे, बीजेपी के ज़्यादा बनेंगे, या तुम्हारे दोस्तों को मिला के और ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे। तो डर क्यों बात है? किस बात से डर रहे हो? इसका मतलब है कि दाल में कुछ काला है, इसीलिए वो डर रहे हैं। और जो लोग डरते हैं, कभी ना कभी मरते भी हैं। तो इसीलिए आज हम एकता दिखाने के लिए सभी लोग एक आए हैं। और जो खासकर राहुल गांधी जी के ऊपर इतना अन्याय हुआ कि जो उनके ऊपर केस डाला गया, वो मेरे स्टेट का है, कोलार का है। और कोलार में जो उन्होंने चुनावी भाषण में बात की थी, उसको लेकर आप गुजरात में, सूरत में केस डालते हो। अरे, द ऑफेंस ऑकर्ड एट कोलार इन कर्नाटका, बट you have registered the case in Surat, outside the jurisdiction, and Gujarat. क्यों? Because you wanted a favorable government. There is a Gujarat government, and you want to use the police. You want to use, I can't say judiciary, but you want to use for your purpose to defame Rahul Gandhi ji. That's why you people transferred the case there. Therefore, I am telling, ये कुछ सांठ गांठ दोनों की है। वो सांठ गांठ क्या है, ये बाहर आएगा। तो इसीलिए आज जो एक काला दिन है डेमोक्रेसी में, ब्लैक डे, such things never happened earlier. for small things, defamation case not exceeding 2 years. That sentence says, but not exceeding. Not exceeding means 2 साल 1 मिनट भी अगर हो गया वो डिस्क्वालीफाई कर सकते हैं. 2 साल 1 दिन भी हो गया आप कर सकते हैं. नॉट एक्सीडिंग मीन्स ये 2 साल तो नहीं हुए, लेकिन फिर भी ऐसा तरातुरी गड़बड़ी में हमारे गवर्नमेंट, बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट, मोदी सरकार स्पीकर को बोल के मिनटों में लाइटनिंग स्पीड में उनको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर दिया, क्योंकि वो पार्लियामेंट में नहीं बोलना, उनका मुंह बंद करना, अदानी के बारे में आवाज नहीं उठाना. और ये सारी चीजें कब हो गई कि जब अदानी के खिलाफ राहुल गांधी जब बोलने लगे, आवाज उठाने लगे, तब ये मोदी गवर्नमेंट डर गई. और दूसरी चीज, जो राहुल गांधी जी कन्याकुमारी से लेकर कश्मीर तक जो उन्होंने पदयात्रा की, और हमारे सभी लोग, लाखों लोग जुड़े उनके साथ, और जुड़ने के बाद उनको एक लगा कि ये बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा बनने वाला है और ये हमको बहुत बड़ा चैलेंजर है, ये समझ के उन्होंने राहुल गांधी को डिस्करेज करने के लिए, डराने के लिए वो काम किए हैं. हम ना डरेंगे, राहुल गांधी जी नहीं डरेंगे, और अपोजिशन पार्टी को आप दबाने की कितनी भी कोशिश करेंगे, अपोजिशन पार्टी डरेगी नहीं, दबेगी नहीं, झुकेगी नहीं. तो ये हमारा इरादा है और इसको आगे भी हम चलाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सब लोग मिलके भी हम एक आगे कैसा मुहिम करना, इसके लिए भी हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे और फिर आपके पास आएंगे. आपको भी धन्यवाद, आप लोगों ने जो इस हमारे मुहिम को आपने सपोर्ट किया, इसलिए आपको धन्यवाद देते हुए हमारे लीडर्स को बात करने के लिए मैं अपना स्वागत आमंत्रण दूंगा.
श्री बालू जी फ्रॉम DMK will speak.
As Mr. Kage ji just now said, it is a black day for the democracy. As you all know,
the DMK, he was also a minister during UPA1, listening to what the other opposition parties also saying about this entire matter.
He expressed his views in the parliament, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. That is why each and every day commotion have been created not by the opposition, by the ruling party only, and then and there it was, the house was adjourned, and today I think most probably it may.
हर सेशन के बाद उनको विदेश की यात्रा की छुट्टी नहीं चाहिए थी. वो समर्पित थे देश की आज़ादी के लिए, जेल से ही 14 सालों तक. राहुल जी, सावरकर जी का अपमान तो आपने किया ही. अरे वीर सावरकर तो राहुल गांधी कभी नहीं हो सकते, लेकिन अपनी दादी में भारत की पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते, नेहरू जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते. क्या आपने उनको भी अपमानित साथ साथ कर दिया? अरे 1970 में डाक टिकट आपकी ही सरकार के समय जारी की ही. 1983 में इंदिरा गांधी जी ही प्रधानमंत्री थी जब फिल्म डिवीजन ने सावरकर जी की जयंती पर एक फिल्म 40 मिनट से ज़्यादा की रिलीज़ की थी. इंदिरा गांधी जी ने पत्र लिखकर सावरकर जी के योगदान के बारे में कहा था. राहुल गांधी जी, आप देश में तो किसी को नहीं मानते, कम से कम अपने ही परिवार के, अपनी दादी और उनके पिता यानी कि पंडित नेहरू और इंदिरा गांधी जी को तो कम से कम इज्जत रख लेते.
आखिरी सवाल है, प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा कहते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री और बीजेपी को उनको परिवारवाद के ऊपर लेक्चर नहीं दीजिए, प्रभु राम की परिवारवाद.
हे प्रभु, यही दिन देखना भारत के लिए रह गया था कि एक परिवार जो अपने आप को इस दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र भारत से ऊपर समझता है, इस संसद से ऊपर समझता है, देश से ऊपर समझता है, आज वो अपनी तुलना भगवान राम के साथ, उनके परिवार के साथ करते हैं. इससे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य देश के लिए क्या होगा? और इससे ज़्यादा अहंकार, ये जो अहंकार है भाई बहन में, ये इससे ज़्यादा क्या होगा? ये तो देश देख रहा है. जिन्होंने देश को नहीं छोड़ा, बाकियों को नहीं छोड़ा, अब भगवान राम को भी नहीं छोड़ा.
All right, this war really has intensified between the Congress, the opposition on one side, and the BJP-led central government on the other. Expect more drama inside Parliament as well as outside Parliament, and trust India Today to keep you ahead as far as every single development on that big story is concerned. It's time for a quick break here. We're getting you much more news in just a bit.
You are watching India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com.
This is a Monday full of commotion at the Parliament. The week has started with protests inside and outside the Parliament by the Congress party, collectively the opposition. Here's what happened. Inside the House, the opposition bench started to tear papers and charge at the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. But what then happened outside? After the Parliament was adjourned for a while, for at least 4 p.m, they came outside, including led by Sonia Gandhi, one of the senior most netas, all of them, as you can see, wearing black. This is a symbolic protest against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. They continue to demand the JPC and are protesting at the Gandhi statue within the premises, but outside the House. This clearly shows an opposition all guns blazing against the BJP. The result of it, Parliament adjourned yet again. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. Through the night, dawn-turned Neta Atiq Ahmed's convoy is now heading to Prayagraj after a brief halt in Jhansi. 23 strong armed police team from Uttar Pradesh, 4 fortified police vehicles. This to be produced in a court ahead of a verdict.
डर लग रहा है क्या? डर लग रहा है? डर लग रहा है क्या?
Shocker from Gujarat government event. Bilkis rape convict seen sharing a stage with BJP MP and MLA during an event. All-out political war for Karnataka. BJP woos top 2 caste groups. Amit Shah praises Boma's quota move, says Congress gave reservation to appease minorities. What an incredible achievement by Indian women boxers. India wraps up the World Boxing Championship with 4 gold medals. Nikat Zareen, Lavlina Borgohain had 2 more golds on Sunday after Nitu Gangas and Soweiti Bora's world title. Shocking news coming in. A BJP worker from Puducherry has been hacked to death. That's the big news coming in. And he was hit with a bomb, attacked with sickles. This gruesome Puducherry crime was caught on camera. That's where the evidence has surfaced. He is a 45-year-old. Identity has been confirmed as Senthil, who died on the spot. Take a look of how a bomb was hurled at him. Then there appears to be and it clearly shows that bomb was more about diffusing and to turn the situation blurry. And these men go stab him, hit him. He's a relative of State Home Minister. He's a BJP worker. The bomb was hurled at the BJP functionary who was then hacked to death. 45-year-old Senthil Kumar, a relative of Home Minister of the Union Territory, Namachivayam, is a resident of Convoy and a BJP functionary. He was standing near a bakery around 9 p.m. on Sunday. The 7-member gang on motorcycles first surround him through a country bomb. Basically, that turns the area smoky, and then they start to hack him, kill him. The man collapses on ground. The gang mercilessly hack him to death. Let's go across to my colleague Pramod Madhav for the latest on that. Pramod, it's absolutely shocking what happened. What are you picking about the details? Who could these people belong to, and why do you think possibly he was hacked to death?
Well, it's absolutely shocking, and you could see the magnitude on the CCTV footage. And as you mentioned, these people who are using country bomb to actually create a kind of smoke and to make sure that Senthil Kumar does not retaliate. And this is when, within a split second, almost 7 members were covering their face, cover him and start hacking him and kill him on the spot. And people from that area have also said that they waited to see whether he's dead or not, and only they flee the spot. After which, almost 500 of relatives and BJP workers came to that area and they demanded action. They were holding a protest. Even Home Minister Namachivayam, that is the Union Territory's Home Minister, reached the spot. He broke down, started to cry, and he said that definite action would be taken. Police have assured action, and this is a CCTV that was also collected by police from that spot, which is also being used. And as we speak, this murder had occurred in Puducherry. It's absolutely shocking, and the initial reports claim that this could be because of personal enmity between Senthil Kumar and another person called Nityanandam, but that has not been confirmed by the police so far. All we got is the first visuals of CCTV that we are showing to the viewers now.
On with me, Pramod, please. So was this a personal rivalry, personal dispute? Did they know each other, or was it much worse and a political murder? I want you to understand what exactly happened. Take a look closely. You can see that the man, 45-year-old Senthil, is standing, likely talking on phone right outside a bakery. One of these men come and they throw a bomb. The situation immediately turns smoky around them, and these are perhaps likely more to use to turn the area blurry where others cannot really distinguish what's happening. Once that happens, at least 3 to 4 men that we can count here on the screens charge with what looks like either a knife, sword or a rod, and they start to attack him. We later realize he was hacked to death. Senthil Kumar died on the spot. Now, why this murder has taken double overtones is because he is a BJP worker and he's very close to the Home Minister in Puducherry, and that's why this has definitely taken political overtones as well. We're trying to ascertain more details on that. This is very shocking because remember, this also reminds us of how in Prayagraj, when Umesh Pal was murdered, a similar bomb to have a tear gas around area that was also used. So this is a new tactic that could be used in some of these crimes. I want to bring in Pramod Madhav on the latest on that. Pramod, this clearly shows that this was a pre-planned murder, that they came with enough devices, enough plan. They knew where he was going to be, and that is when they exactly targeted him.
Absolutely. There were 7 assailants that has been confirmed so far, and police claim that this particular country-made bomb, it actually gives out a foul smell and also an odor that it makes the person disorient. So they were completely pre-planned. They disoriented Senthil Kumar. Only then, after that, they threw another one directly on him, and as he collapsed, they just surrounded him and started hacking him. Now, police claim that investigation will be done completely and the accused will be arrested, but relatives and BJP cadres from there are demanding immediate action, and not just that. Just like you mentioned, this person is a relative of the Home Minister of Puducherry Union Territory itself. So that itself is raising a lot of questions.
Right, Pramod Madhav will be tracking the latest on that. I want the viewer who's tuned in, Pramod, stay on with me, because take a look on the timeline of the events. It's a busy traffic road, and see how the men on the bike suddenly come. They were waiting nearby. There was nobody around. It looked like a very normal situation. You go to a bakery to buy some goods. This man comes, throws a bomb. Men in the motorcycles behind him then suddenly come when they realize that the man is disoriented, the area has turned smoky. They come and they start to kill and attack. This was clearly a pre-planned murder. And for now, Pramod is telling us this could also be a personal dispute, but this has taken political overtones since BJP has made inroads into Puducherry and currently has a home minister also who this 45-year-old Senthil was related to. He's a relative of Home Minister Namachivayam. Pramod, you know, when one looks at this, it's quite shocking because it makes you realize that even on a busy road like this, if the group of goons, these criminals come and hack someone to death, nobody's able to do anything.
It is true because it has occurred in a very important area. It's a kind of a location where there are a lot of shops. In fact, this person was also standing next to a bakery over there speaking to someone on the phone. So just like you mentioned, this is definitely raising a lot of questions about maintaining law and order over there. And imagine a home minister's relative has been hacked to death in such an area. Now, police are only claiming that they are looking into various reasons or what could be the motive. And they are stating that within today afternoon, they'll give us the answers.
Puducherry is not a very widespread union territory. It is compared to Tamil Nadu, it is a smaller landscape. What are you picking up about where did this happen in Puducherry? Which area?
Well, this person is from Kadumapete, and this actually occurred near that area only. And what happened is at 9 p.m. yesterday, this incident occurred. Now, police state that there was a kind of another person called as Nityanandam, who apparently was initially brought in to politics and various kind of activities by Senthil Kumar, but there was a kind of personal enmity. This has to be confirmed by police, but this only our sources claim from the police sources, and they are also investigating in that way, so to find out what was the reason behind it. But definitely a gang is involved because 7 members, as per the initial report, were involved over here, and CCTV also shows young men actually covering their face and coming over and planning and killing Senthil Kumar.
All right, so that's the first visual on our screen right now. The individual identified as 45-year-old Senthil Kumar. He's the victim. He was at a bakery buying bakery goods, and then suddenly this man comes and he's covered his face with a mask. So he clearly knows once he cannot be disoriented and to hide his identity, and suddenly out of nowhere, what looked like an otherwise busy street, 3 to 4 bikers suddenly appear and start to hack him to death. This is absolutely shocking and much worse, remember, for Puducherry, which is such a renowned international tourist destination. Crime is anyway very low in Puducherry, but this perhaps reflective of how the situation could be turning. Pramod Madhav will be tracking all the latest on that, on this horrific crime coming in from Puducherry. All right, so the big political highlight and the story today is about how Rahul Gandhi's disqualification had led to a huge political showdown. The Congress party, the opposition, all guns blazing. This is what happened just about a short while ago. Just before Lok Sabha was adjourned till 4 p.m. and Rajya Sabha till 2 p.m., Congress members of parliament wearing black clothes to the house, they started to tear papers and then sloganeering over the Adani Group issue and Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, even through the papers at the speaker. This, remember, and after that, they then came onto the street near the Vijay Chowk area, which is right outside the parliament. And opposition, and I can see here, not just the Congress party, but even Kanimori and other netas as well of the parties, all wearing black clothes, united against what appeared to be an attack against the BJP at the centre. Let's take a look one by one. It was Sonia Gandhi, mother of Rahul Gandhi, who's also still a member of parliament right now. She's wearing this black-grey sari, a symbolic protest. All other MPs, take a look here, not just of the Congress party, but other parties as well, were wearing black clothes to protest against, one, the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, and importantly, that there's been no discussion or debate over the Adani issue. Mallikarjun Kharge, Congress chief, wearing a turban and a black kurta. Sonia Gandhi leading from the front, donning a black sari. This is as much about the Congress party for her as this is personal. Listen in to the reactions that have come in from all other netas who have either targeted Rahul Gandhi or stood by his side right now.
पिछड़ों का अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान, और पिछड़ों का अपमान करने का, अपशब्द बोलने का काम ये राहुल गांधी जी और कांग्रेस पार्टी लगातार करती रही है। इनके काले कारनामे, अब काले कपड़े, ये काले जादू तक जाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि काले कारनामे छिप नहीं पाएंगे।
I say, I'm not walking out. You guys take this kind of statement. Kahan Bhagwan Ram and kahan these guys. The other day you said, I am not apologize because I am not Savarkar. Do you know the contribution of people like Savarkar ji? And you're getting, as I said, getting an ass to run a horse's race.
लोकसभा अध्यक्ष के द्वारा फैसला करने के बाद में जिस तरह की टिप्पणियां की गई, जिस तरह की अमर्यादित बातें की गई, ये निश्चित रूप से उनके अहंकार के साथ साथ में वो अपने आप को क्लास अपार्ट जिस तरह से समझते हैं, गांधी परिवार अपने आप को व्यवस्थाओं से, संविधान से ऊपर जिस तरह से समझता है, ये एक बार फिर परिलक्षित हुआ है।
राहुल गांधी जी ने पार्लियामेंट में चंद प्रश्न पूछे। पहला प्रश्न तो ये पूछा कि मोदी जी अदानी के प्लान में आप आए थे, ये आपके और उनके रिश्ते क्या है। दूसरा प्रश्न इनका था कि जो अदानी इतना छोटा इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, उसको इतना बड़ा आपने किया, इसका कारण क्या है। और तीसरा, आप फॉरेन कंट्री जब जा रहे हैं, दूसरे मुल्कों पे जब जाते हैं, उनको प्लेन में लेके जाते हैं, कितने बार लेके गए। चौथा प्रश्न ये था कि आप जहाँ जहाँ जाते हो उसी वक्त वो भी वहाँ पर आके मिलते हैं, उसका कारण क्या है। और पांचवी बात ये है कि जब आप वहाँ पर जाते हैं, वहाँ के प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स, वहाँ के फॉरेन मिनिस्टर्स, वहाँ के कैपिटलिस्ट लोगों के साथ मिलवाते हो, ये क्या बात है। इन चीज़ों को आप उत्तर दे दो। और छोटे से समय पे एक आदमी इतना पैसा कमा सकता है, जब देश में 50% लोग अभी भी उनकी इनकम केवल गरीबी रेखा के नीचे है। लेकिन ऐसे बड़े लोगों का जो आज संपत्ति बढ़ रहा है, इतना फास्ट बढ़ रहा है, कोई पर कैपिटा इनकम दूसरों का उतना नहीं बढ़ रहा है।
It's a black day for the democracy, and moreover, the punishment given to Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji is very much exemplary, and this is unheard of in the history of Indian democracy. This DMK and we join with the other parties to condemn these activities, and immediately the opposition should join together, just like today. It has to go along with the next 2024. That is my wish. Thank you very much. Thank you.
जिस तरीके से प्रजातंत्र, लोकतंत्र के उसूलों को कलंकित कर रही है ये सरकार, उसके खिलाफ हमारा ये विरोध है। काले कपड़े ये दर्शाता है, प्रोटेस्ट का रंग होता है, तो हम प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। जिस तरीके से आपन-धापी चल रही है, मनमानी चल रही है, और आप इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स को डिस्क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं।
राहुल गांधींना मी जाहीरपणाने सांगतोय की सावरकर आमचं दैवत आहे, त्यांचा अपमान आम्हाला पटणारा नाही, अजिबात पटणार नाही। लढायचं असेल तर दैवतांचा अपमान आम्ही सहन नाही करणार, अजिबात करणार नाही। कारण सावरकर काय होते हे नुसतं आपण वाचू शकतो।
So let's go on the ground right now. My colleague who closely covers the Congress party, Supriya Bhardwaj, is speaking to netas from the Congress on what they are saying and how they are escalating attack. Supriya, over to you.
Well, Pooja, just now, Congress's party as leaders along with other opposition party leaders came to Vijay Chowk. They've addressed a press conference. I have been joined by Deputy Leader of Congress Party in Rajsabha, Mr. Pramod Tiwari ji. Sir, वो बीजेपी की तरफ से ये आ रहा है कि काले जादूगर के काले कारनामे आने वाले हैं और आप लोग जाने वाले हैं, ऐसे करके वहां से रिएक्शंस आ रहे हैं।
हम लोग इसलिए काले कपड़े पहन के आए हैं
कि जब हम बोलते हैं तो पहली बार देश के इतिहास में सत्तारूढ़ दल ट्रेजरी बेंचेज डिस्टर्बेंस कर देते हैं, हाउस एडजर्न हो जाता है। जब हम बाहर बोलते हैं जैसे राहुल गांधी, तो उनकी सदस्यता समाप्त कर दी जाती है। तो ठीक कह रहे हैं कि किसका वक्त जाने वाला है। तो मैंने काले कपड़े तो पहने हैं, काली घड़ी भी लगाई है और इस काली घड़ी में वक्त दिखाऊंगा काले दिल वाले भाजपाइयों को कि तुम्हारा वक्त अब करीब है। देख लो 2024 के बाद ये जो विपक्ष के सारे दल एक साथ हो गए हैं ना, तुमको समेट देंगे 100 के अंदर।
और जो हरदीप पुरी जी ने राहुल जी के ऊपर कटाक्ष करते हुए कहा है, पूरे विपक्ष को उन्होंने कहा है, उस भाषण को क्या कहना, उस पे भाषण में क्या कहना चाहिए?
मैं नहीं जानता हरदीप पुरी ने क्या कहा है, लेकिन हरदीप पुरी राजनीतिक व्यक्ति नहीं है, वो ब्यूरोक्रेट है। उनकी जितनी चाबी ऊपर से ऐंठ दी जाती उतनी ही बोलते हैं, तो उनके बयान पर प्रतिक्रिया देना बेकार है। राहुल गांधी इस समय देश के सर्वोत्तम जनता की पसंद बन चुके हैं। जिस तरह उनके साथ जाति की गई है, यही जाति इंदिरा जी के साथ की गई थी, उनकी सदस्यता हटाई गई थी और नतीजे के तौर पे सन 80 में वो लौट के आई थी।
Well, I'll quickly show we have Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also with us. Dada, quick reaction. What next? Also, what Mr. Hardeep Puri has said about he didn't name Mr. Gandhi, but the context was that only, the disqualification of Mr. Gandhi. What do you have to say about the statement given by Mr. Hardeep Puri?
See, Rahul Gandhi ji is a political tiger in India. He knows to confront the authoritarian regime that has been unleashing a reign of terror against the common people of our country. And not now. Since the very beginning, in terms of, Notbandi, demonetization, GST, COVID, etc., etc. Since the very beginning, this government has been unleashing a reign of terror. And I used to recognize this government. It is nothing but an electoral autocracy. So now they are trying to besmirch the image of Rahul Gandhi ji, when Rahul Gandhi ji is being applauded by the people not only across the nation but across the globe because of his grit and determination to confront the regime. Then this kind of defamatory comments are being hurled by the minister of our country. It is really shameful for us. It is really ignominious to hear this kind of comment.
Supriya also asked what will be the Congress strategy here on through the week. What are they likely to do?
Suggest the minister, Rahul Gandhi ji is a tiger. He knows how to roam inside the jungle, how to troll inside the jungle. He does not care a fig for the howling of some dogs. They can bark, but they cannot bite. But Rahul Gandhi has proved himself that he can at least send the entire government in jitters.
Acha, what next? What is your next strategy?
See, already the protest has assumed a very dynamic proportion because this is the first time in a significant move all the opposition parties have been forced together in protest to this kind of autocracy being perpetrated by this government. The depredation and the destruction of this democratic edifice is not being substantiated by Modi, but this government is destined to be dislodged from the power that has been started today by the unity of this opposition. So it's a new, very significant development, and it has assumed a very dynamic proportion today. That is the development that we are observing now.
So you will be meeting in the evening, some strategies?
Yes, certainly. All party will be assembled together again because it is not a one-up program. It will be a program that will be continuing on because we know that I believe in that theory that politics is perpetual. So it's a part of the politics and it cannot be stopped right now. It has to be continuing on in perpetuity.
We are hearing there's a meeting.
Government.
We are hearing there's a meeting in the evening.
Yeah, today itself.
Well, today in the evening there's a meeting, Sneha. All the top police officials are also present here. You can see the bandobast which is there. The entire area has been cordoned off. The MPs came from that side. That's the main entry gate of Parliament. And who's who of the opposition is present here. Almost 18 opposition party leaders were there. I've also been joined by some of the MPs who have come from Kerala. Sir, one quick question. You can see that he doesn't want to talk. He's an MP from Kerala. Also present here is Mr. Binoy Bishwam. Sir, what do you have to say about the entire, what we have seen, the situation panning out and the disqualification of Mr. Gandhi?
You have seen it. The entire country is seeing a very prestigious moment today. All the parties in the opposition have come together in defense of democracy.
So as Supriya continues to get us those reactions, and remember, through the day there will be many. The good part for Congress, and it's thanking its stars perhaps, is the unity that has come forth in form of TMC, DMK and much more. We'll be tracking all of that. Is this the first sign of opposition unity, or too early to say? Heading into a very short break, leaving you with these visuals. Stay tuned. You're watching India Today. Lots more on the other side.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com.
To make the question 100% clear, you're talking about the Indian team, I suppose.
I think we just picked at the right time. We always had that belief.
आपके पास flamboyance थी.
हम आपकी आभारी हैं.
Tell me honestly, between yesterday and now, have you cried? Oh, come on, Kapil. Aji.
एक सपनों का वर्ल्ड कप जो पूरे देश का है. यही पर तो जहां सजा गया था इसी
वानखेड़े स्टेडियम पे फाइनल है. कैन यू इमेजिन तुम्हारे हाथ में वो वर्ल्ड कप की ट्रॉफी होगी.
चलो शुरू करें फिर. पीछे चलें, याद करें.
Gangster turned politician Atiq Ahmed is being now shifted from Sabarmati jail to Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj amid tight security. Atiq Ahmed left Gujarat in a secure, strict heavy cordon of the police and armed commandos from the Sabarmati prison and is en route to the Prayagraj area and then will be produced in the Prayagraj court. The case against him is mainly of the Umesh Pal kidnapping case and the 2007 Raju Pal case as well. His brother Ashraf is also being moved from Bareilly jail to Prayagraj for the hearing. Verdict is expected to be passed tomorrow. Remember, he's a former member of parliament from the Samajwadi Party. He's being moved amid tight security after there was a threat to his life. Atiq Ahmed, so you must know, has 100 criminal cases against him all these years. He's the main accused in 2005 BSP MLA Raju Pal murder case, accused in the kidnapping and killing of Umesh Pal, the prime witness of that case. So clearly, because he's from the Samajwadi Party, which he joined after he was a gangster too, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav suspected Ahmed could be killed en route Prayagraj, similar to the 2020 encounter of Kanpur gangster Vikas Dubey. However, the Yogi government has rejected encounter rumours or concern, claiming the Prayagraj police and the Uttar Pradesh police basically are executing court orders lawfully.
हमारे परिवार के हमारे बड़े भाई हैं तो हम साथ में चल रहे हैं. उनका स्वास्थ्य तो ठीक नहीं है. वो रोड से लाने लायक कंडीशन उनकी नहीं थी. अब रोड से ला रहे हैं.
अतीक अहमद ने जेल से बाहर निकलती आशंका जताई कि मुझे मार देंगे, मेरा एनकाउंटर कर देंगे.
जी 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 बिल्कुल, हमने भी देखा. हमने भी देखा वो उनकी.
अच्छा जी, उस पर आपको क्या कहना है?
अब जो उन्होंने कहा सही कहा है.
आपको क्या लगता है?
जो उन्होंने कहा सही कहा है. बिल्कुल.
आपको लगता है कि एनकाउंटर हो सकता है?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, हमने प्रेस में भी ये बात कहा था. अशरफ को भी ला रहे हैं, भाई साहब को भी ला रहे हैं.
तो आप राजस्थान से आ रही हैं लगातार. अभी अतीक अहमद से आपकी बात हो पाई?
नहीं. यहाँ पे यूपी पुलिस के जो जवान है उन्होंने वो यहाँ पे तैनात है और अब आप देख सकते हैं अतीक अहमद बाहर आ चुका है. अतीक अहमद की ये पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं. अतीक अहमद इस वक्त बाहर आ चुका है, जेल के बाहर, साबरमती सेंट्रल जेल के बाहर अतीक अहमद आ चुका है. अतीक अहमद की ये पहली पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं. यहाँ पे अतीक अहमद को बाहर ला दिया गया है और ये तस्वीरें सबसे पहली तस्वीरें.
रात के 3:30 बज चुके हैं और कोटा शहर पहुंच चुका है अतीक अहमद को लेकर यूपी पुलिस का काफिला. ये आप पीछे देख सकते हैं मेरे, यही वो वैन है जिसमें अतीक अहमद सवार है. और इसके साथ ही में अगर आप देखें तो फिर यहाँ पे आपको यूपी पुलिस की गाड़ियां भी दिख जाएंगी. कोटा से 12 की तरफ हम जा रहे हैं. रात के 3:30 बज चुके हैं और यहाँ से करीब 90 किलोमीटर दूर है राजस्थान का 12 शहर, जहाँ से करीब करीब आप ये मान के चलिए 3 घंटे और लगेंगे शिवपुरी पहुंचने के लिए, यानी मध्य प्रदेश की सीमा में. ये वो वैन है, पुलिस वैन, जिसके अंदर अतीक मौजूद है. और अब हम बढ़ रहे हैं शिवपुरी जिले के करेरा की तरफ. करेरा यहाँ से करीब करीब 35 किलोमीटर दूर है और उसके बाद एक कुदराया करके एक जगह आएगी जो कि उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश के बॉर्डर का आखिरी हिस्सा है। उसके बाद झांसी की सीमा शुरू हो जाएगी, झांसी यानी उत्तर प्रदेश। और अब आपको बता दें कि जैसे जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश पास आते जा रहा है, इस काफिले की रफ्तार और ज्यादा तेज होती जा रही है।
The convoy of Atiq Ahmed has finally entered the state of Uttar Pradesh via the toll plaza of Jhansi, and we are right behind that particular convoy, and cameraman Neeraj will show you the visuals out here. Just India Today is just behind that particular van of Atiq Ahmed, and this is what one particular van in which Atiq Ahmed is stationed, and if you could clearly see that it has been logged and traffic around this particular area has been completely stopped, and India Today TV is right behind this particular van.
So meanwhile, remember, this is what Atiq Ahmed, his family or his supporters have to say. But what do the family members of Umesh Pal have to say? They have hailed the police action against gangster-turned-neta Atiq Ahmed. Umesh Pal, just to give you a background, was the key eyewitness of the Raju Pal BSP MLA murder case, who was shot dead. And remember the visual of at least 7 to 8 gunmen who fired at Umesh Pal. Listen in to what his family has to say.
न्यायमूर्ति उन्हें उचित दंड दें और इनके साथ सिंथेटिक ना करे कि हाँ उनको यानी सजा ना दे, कारावास ना दे। मैं चाह रही हूँ कि उन्हें फांसी की सजा मिले।
जो अदालत का फैसला होगा, जो सुना है वो तो हम सुनेंगे, हमें मंजूर है। लेकिन मेरा एक सवाल है मुख्यमंत्री जी से, शासन से, पुलिस प्रशासन से कि अगर इसकी मौत हो जाएगी तब मुझे तसल्ली मिलेगा। इसलिए जैसे मेरे बेटे का मर्डर किया है वैसे इसका भी होना चाहिए।
And remember, amid all this, it's a huge political showdown. One, the charges at the Uttar Pradesh government and Yogi Adityanath, but also against Akhilesh Yadav, because this gangster-turned-neta with 100 criminal cases against him was from the Samajwadi Party. Now, with the rumors floating of an alleged overturn of the vehicle or an encounter en route Prayagraj, here's what our politicians have to say.
अपराधियों और माफियाओं को कैसे नियंत्रित करना है, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी को आता है। अपराध को बढ़ाना, अपराधियों को बढ़ावा देना, ये काम समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता करते रहे सदैव। तो किस तरीके से उनको नियंत्रित किया जाए, ये मुख्यमंत्री जी कर रहे हैं। और जहाँ तक गाड़ी पलटने की बात है, मैंने केवल इतना कहा है कि अगर कोई अपराधी माफिया गिरफ्त में आ जाता पुलिस की, तो गाड़ी में शांति से बैठा रहे ताकि वो सुरक्षित तरीके से जेल पहुंच जाए। वो वहाँ पर हाय तौबा मचाएगा, गाड़ी से कूदने फादने की सोचेगा तो उसके बाद डिसबैलेंस हो सकता है ड्राइवर, तो गाड़ी पलट सकती है।
देखिए, न्यायपालिका की प्रक्रिया है और न्यायालय ने पीसी के लिए बुलाया है और हमारी पूरी तैयारी है और हमने पूरी तैयारी कर रखी है। हमने वहाँ बात कर ली है, हमारे डीआईजी को हमने वहाँ भेज दिया है। अगर वो न्यायालय जो जैसी व्यवस्था करेंगे, अगर वो यहाँ रखने की बात आएगी तो हम पूरी तरह से तैयारी के साथ रखने के लिए तैयार हैं।
All right, so just if you're tuning in right now, to help you understand what unfolded from yesterday evening to more than 12 hours since then. We're talking about 1,300 kilometers. Here's what happened. We have prepared the graphics for you from Gujarat, Sabarmati prison, where Atiq Ahmed, gangster-turned-neta, was lodged. UP police reaches, says he's in our custody now. We have to take him to Prayagraj for the court that will pronounce a verdict. What happens then? Via Rajasthan. We are talking about Udaipur, Kota, all of these areas. It then crosses Rajasthan. This is all by road. Our colleague started to track, Gopi was in Gujarat, started to track through Gujarat, Rajasthan. She was then joined by Ravish Pal Singh, our colleague from Madhya Pradesh. Because from Rajasthan, then it touched down Madhya Pradesh, went through the Shivpuri area, took that highway, and then it was Jhansi, the main binding point for Uttar Pradesh border. From Uttar Pradesh, Samarth Srivastav and my other colleagues also decided to take over. So it was a full-fledged team of India Today tracking all of this. He's currently en route Prayagraj. Again, we're talking about armed commandos, Uttar Pradesh police, the state police of these states respectively, and a heavy cordon to ensure no law and order, no obstruction is observed, and it was a smooth passage for him to reach Prayagraj. Right now at this point is Samarth Srivastav tracking the latest in that convoy. Samarth, I want to now come to you. We do not want to have exact location, but where is the convoy proceeding? Which route are you taking? Because eventually it will be all eyes on Prayagraj. And is there strict security even around you right now?
See, the convoy which started from Sabarmati jail took a halt in Uttar Pradesh when it entered that police line in Jhansi. And after travelling for around 1.5 hours, it took another halt for the refilling of petrol in the vehicles in the Vajravahan of Atiq Ahmed and the one which is also going behind him. And it was a halt for around 15 to 20 minutes where we started to talk to Atiq Ahmed, though he did not speak or policemen did not want him to speak. But currently we are also following Atiq Ahmed and we are currently in the district of Jalaun of Uttar Pradesh, after which we will see Mahoba, Banda, Chitrakoot, and then Prayagraj will arrive. And first let's take a look at the visuals out here. And what I get, we are entering the Bundelkhand Expressway from here. So yes, these are the exclusive pictures on India Today TV. We are right behind the Atiq Ahmed vehicle and we have entered Bundelkhand Expressway. So this is the major update now coming in, that the convoy has entered the Bundelkhand Expressway and they will take this particular route to reach Chitrakoot and then Prayagraj. So they have entered the Bundelkhand Expressway and these are the visuals on India Today TV, because this passage will be quite easy for the cops to take Atiq Ahmed to Prayagraj. There was a route from Mahoba as well. There was a route from Banda as well. But with this expressway, the passage would be quite clear, just like Agra and Purvanchal Expressway. It is the newly built expressway inaugurated by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, few months back, and the police have chosen this particular expressway to take the dreaded criminal of Uttar Pradesh, Atiq Ahmed, back to prison in Prayagraj, because he will have to be produced at the local court tomorrow at around 11 a.m. So this is a very crucial thing. And if we talk about the route, this is the route's quite clear with the entrance on Bundelkhand Expressway. This is the clear-cut route because Bundelkhand Expressway ends at Chitrakoot, and from Chitrakoot there is a clear route towards Prayagraj, and then we can expect the entire convoy reaching Prayagraj by 5 to 6 p.m. Maximum it would go to 7 p.m. but I guess the final time could be around 6 p.m. So after entering 6 p.m. in Prayagraj around 6 p.m. the dreaded criminal Atiq Ahmed would be shifted to the Naini jail, where round-the-clock CCTV cameras have been put in, while the police officers have been stationed here with the body-worn cameras so that each and every moment of
you keep tracking the latest coming in from the convoy. You also stay safe, and I understand it's been a long day for you and all our colleagues who have been tracking the latest, but this is a big story. And for our viewers joining in right now, wondering what exactly happened through the night, we have prepared because all our reporters were on the ground. Here's what happened from Sabarmati jail, the first point, and right now en route Prayagraj. And amid all of this, the Gadi Palat Jayegi jibe at Yogi Adityanath government that was thrown in by Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav. Take a look. Once a notorious Bahubali, a feared and powerful media don of Uttar Pradesh, now fearing for his life and pleading in front of the camera. Fearing an encounter killing by Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's police.
माफिया कोई भी हो, सरकार की जीरो टॉलरेंस की नीति है और उन माफियाओं के खिलाफ मिट्टी में मिलाने का काम उनको हमारी सरकार करेगी, पूरी मजबूती के साथ उनसे निपटने का कार्य करेगी।
Ever since UP CM roared in the State Assembly, the news has tightened around Mafia Don turned Samajwadi Party Neta Atiq Ahmed. On Saturday, UP police reached Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad and took custody of Atiq Ahmed, quaking with fear.
यहाँ पे यूपी पुलिस के जो जवान है उन्होंने वो यहाँ पे तैनात है और अब आप देख सकते हैं अतीक अहमद बाहर आ चुका है। अतीक अहमद की ये पहली तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं।
Amid heightened security and accompanied by armed commandos of the Uttar Pradesh police, the gangster was shifted to Prayagraj. to be produced before a court on 28 March. As per sources, Atiq will be kept in isolation in a high-security barrack in the jail. His cell will have a CCTV camera. Specially picked jail staff wearing body cameras will keep a sharp eye on the Dawn-turned Neta. Prayagraj jail office and jail headquarters will monitor the prison round the clock through a video wall. Meanwhile, politics has erupted over Atiq's extradition. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav claimed that Atiq will meet the fate of another Don Vikas Dubey, who died when the police car carrying him allegedly overturned. Union Minister Giriraj Singh added a murky twist.
अरे भाई, योगी जी उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री हैं। योगी जी उत्तर प्रदेश के रोड इंस्पेक्टर नहीं है कि कौन गाड़ी पलटी खाएगा, कौन गाड़ी सीधे चलेगा, ये गाड़ी का ड्राइवर जाने।
यानी उनको पहले मुख्यमंत्री जी ने फोन करके बता दिया होगा कि इस जगह पर गाड़ी पलटा देंगे।
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath had earlier ducked questions on cars of criminals mysteriously overturning.
देखिए, एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है, इसमें कौन तो रहा है? देखिए, इसमें कहीं कोई एक्सीडेंट किसी का भी हो सकता है।
India Today also accessed exclusive pictures of Atiq's absconding wife Shaista Parveen, who, like Atiq, is a key accused in the Umesh Pal murder case and carries a bounty of 25,000 rupees on her. With Gopi Maniar, Ravish Pal Singh, Samarth Srivastav and Santosh Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today. In February, when key eyewitness Umesh Pal was gunned down, there have been a lot of twists and turns ever since. It's not just about Atiq Ahmed. I want to show you how there were other individuals also involved and cases were filed and all the action that was taking place. Remember, of course, Atiq Ahmed in the center of it. But what happened to others? We are talking about Asad, remember? Asad was one of the main shooters. He was seen. He's absconding. He's also a son of Atiq Ahmed. We're also looking at Usman. Usman, I remember, was shot dead. The police said it was in an encounter. Sabir is absconding. That image on your screens right now as well. Guddu Muslim also was an accused, one of the gunmen who had shot dead Umesh Pal. Also Arman, who's currently absconding as well, is what we are told. There is Arbaz, Ghulam, and in the end, look closely, there is Shaista Parveen. Shaista Parveen is the wife of Atiq Ahmed, but she's also been made one of the conspirators and accused in the killing of the Umesh Pal murder case, has 3 criminal cases filed against them. The family claims this is vendetta against him, falsely implicated. The police said they know that they are definitely behind Umesh Pal's murder case. And this is in connection all the way to 2007 when Raju Pal, a BSP MLA, was kidnapped and killed. Atiq Ahmed was the main accused. That's why the name surfaced when Umesh Pal, a key eyewitness, was also murdered. I'm leaving you with this, heading into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more on the other side. You're watching The Lunch Break on India Today.
This is my home. These are my netas. These are my issues. These are my people. This is my election. This is my state, Karnataka.
Bilkis Bano convict sharing a stage with BJP MP and an MLA have stoked a massive controversy. Days before the Supreme Court has to hear a plea against Gujarat remission policy, one of the 11 convicts of the Bilkis Bano gang rape case was seen sharing a stage with elected MP and MLA. The convict was allegedly attending a groundbreaking ceremony which is done of a Gujarat water supply and sewerage board project in Karmadi village in Singwad Taluka of Dahod. The opposition clearly has jumped on this. They have criticized the Saffron Party over the release of a rape convict, one under the Gujarat remission policy, and then the BJP netas sharing a stage.
Well, it's extremely unfortunate. The fact that an elected representative decides to share a stage with someone who's been convicted of such a heinous offense and then released prematurely while other people continue to languish in jail is something which is reprehensible, and it should be condemned in the strongest possible terms.
Moving on now, there's a massive showdown over the Karnataka government scrapping 4% reservation for the Muslims that has snowballed into a huge political showdown. A day after Home Minister Amit Shah hailed the move, Congress mounted a fresh attack at the BJP over the decision. Former Karnataka Chief Minister and senior leader of Congress, Siddaramaiah, questioned why the BJP never removed quota for 25 years, suddenly have taken this step. This comes after D.K. Shivakumar of the Congress party vowed that the Congress will bring back the Muslim quota, reiterating confidence that they will come to power this time in the government in the state. Meanwhile, BJP C.T. Ravi questioned if such a religious quota was there anywhere else in the country and justified the Bommai government's move.
Muslims were given 4% reservation, not on the basis of the religion. Constitution does not say the reservation should be on religion. Why otherwise they should have challenged the reservation in court of law. Since 29 years it is there. Anybody has challenged it? Huh? Is there any court orders? Is there any report from the Permanent Backward Class Commission?
देश में कम से कम 38 इंक्लूडिंग यूनियन टेरिटरी से लेकर के 38 स्टेट है। दूसरा स्टेट में मुस्लिम अलग रिजर्वेशन है ही क्या? कौन सा स्टेट में है? आंध्रा में दिया था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट लार्जर बेंच ने रुका। कारण कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का खिलाफ है, संविधान का खिलाफ होता है। संविधान में ऐसा मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन दिया नहीं, रिलीजियस रिजर्वेशन दिया नहीं। कास्ट रिजर्वेशन है, क्लास रिजर्वेशन है, रिलीजियस रिजर्वेशन ऐसा मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन दिया नहीं। दिया है तो हर स्टेट में दे सकता है, ऐसा दिया नहीं।
तो see that Vakaligas, Lingayats and Muslims fight for this reservation. They want that these people should have a discussion and they should fight each other regarding this reservation. Yes, Surjewala ji, D.K. Shivakumar ji and Siddaramaiah already clarified. It's most unscientific decision of this reservation. From last 3 months, they have changed 3 times our reservation thinking. Is only a political gimmick. It's politically motivated.
ये जो रिजर्वेशन किया है ये कम्प्लीटली अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है। ये जो लीगल ओपिनियन जब लिए ही नहीं तो ये कैसे आया सिफारिश कैबिनेट को? ऑन हुज रिकमेंडेशन हैज इट? क्या परमानेंट बैकवर्ड क्लास कमीशन है? कुछ आपको पता नहीं कि ये सिर्फ चुनाव के लिए कर रहे हैं। जो भी है क्योंकि वो ये चुनाव हार रहे हैं, इसलिए जितना हो सके उतना रिजर्वेशन दे के छोड़ना है। Completely unscientific, completely unconstitutional. They are treating SC, STs and Muslims like second-grade citizens of the country.
Political quake in poll-bound Karnataka over Bommai government's big move to scrap 4% Muslim quota a month before assembly polls. The 4% Muslim quota has been shared between Vokaligas and Lingayats, two of the most dominant caste groups in the state. Muslims are now clubbed in the 10% quota for economically weaker section.
We have shifted them to EWS, economically weaker section, and this 4% has been distributed, and this now they will be shifted to 10% pool, economically weaker section pool. And the criteria are same. Here also economically weaker sections will be considered in backward class. The similar thing will be considered in 10% pool economically weaker section. So we have done justice to everybody.
The mixing of Muslim quota move sparked a big attack from opposition Congress and Muslim groups, who accused the BJP of giving a raw deal to Muslims.
Karnataka is a mockery. It is an unconstitution. It is an unconstitution. They think that reservation can be distributed like their property. It is not their property. It is their right.
Very unscientific decision of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Mr. Bommai. He has got no powers to scrap the reservation given to particular committee. It is not the backward caste, it is a backward class.
AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi too slammed Modi government, saying it is impacting education of Muslims through banning hijab and ending quota.
गवर्नमेंट को भी मालूम है कानून का हिसाब से ये नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि ये 4% क्या था 2B में वो निकाल के 10% वो तो ओपन है, वो भी इकोनॉमिकल वीकेस्ट सेक्शन है, वो इसलिए वो मुसलमानों को उसमें फाइट करना पड़ता.
But the big quota move was hailed by Home Minister Amit Shah, who slammed Congress for provoking quota for Muslims, calling it appeasement.
कांग्रेस सरकार ने अपनी तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के कारण माइनॉरिटी को रिजर्वेशन दिया था. वो माइनॉरिटी का रिजर्वेशन भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने समाप्त कर वोकलिगा और लिंगायत समाज को देकर बंधारण के स्पिरिट को लागू करने का काम किया.
While Lingayat quota is up to 7% from 5%, now the Vokaligas will get 6% quota, up from 4% in jobs and education. Will the splitting of Muslim quota between Lingayats and Vokaligas impact the elections? With Sagay Raj and Nagarjun Dwarakanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
And this is just the start of what's unfolding in Karnataka as it inches closer to state elections. India Today will, of course, bring you a special segment on that. Wrapping up this bulletin for now, but stay tuned, lots more on the other side of the lunch break. Thank you for watching.
The question 100% clear. You're talking about the Indian team, I suppose.
I think we just picked at the right time.
We always had that belief.
आपके पास flamboyance थी.
हम आपके आभारी हैं.
Tell me honestly, between yesterday and now, have you cried? Oh, come on, Kapil.
Aji.
एक सपनों का वर्ल्ड कप जो पूरे देश का है.
यहीं पर तो जहां सजा जाता है इसी
वानखेड़े स्टेडियम पे फाइनल है. कैन यू इमेजिन तुम्हारे हाथ में वो वर्ल्ड कप की ट्रॉफी होगी.
चलो शुरू करें फिर, पीछे चलें, याद करें.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com.
सर, आप बुरा ना मानो तो मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ। मीडिया आपके सरकार से बड़ी परेशान है। आपकी सरकार से कोई जानकारी लीक नहीं होती जैसे पहले सरकारों से होती थी। किसी को पता नहीं होता कि कौन आपका प्रेसिडेंशियल कैंडिडेट बनेगा। रीशफल का तो भूल ही जाओ। और राज्य में कौन बनेगा मुख्यमंत्री जब मौका आता है, कोई खबर नहीं। दूसरा माफ, मैं ये भी सोचा शायद आपका इसका जवाब क्या देंगे। मैं बोलूं, आप बोलेंगे अरुण भाई मैं आपकी दुकान क्यों चलाऊं।
आज आपकी दुकान मैं ही चला लेता हूं।
Good afternoon and welcome to the lunch break on India Today. I am Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines at the top one. Gangster turned Neta Atiq Ahmed's convoy now en route Prayagraj after a temporary halt in Jhansi. 23 strong armed police team from Uttar Pradesh, 4 fortified police vehicles escorting him.
डर लग रहा है क्या? डर लग रहा है? डर लग रहा है क्या?
Meanwhile, in other big news, scenes in Lok Sabha of complete commotion as opposition netas throw paper, tear notes and placards thrown at the speaker. Opposition led by Mallikarjun Kharge and Sonia Gandhi also staged a protest dressed in complete black in protest. A shocker from Gujarat government event, Bilkis rape convict seen sharing the stage with BJP MP and MLA during an event. All-out political war for Karnataka. BJP woos 2 top caste groups. Amit Shah praises Bomai's quota move, says Congress gave reservation to appease minorities. And what a brilliant achievement in the sports fraternity. India wrap up the World Boxing Championship with 4 gold medals. Nikat Zareen, Lavlina Borgohain add 2 more golds on Sunday after Nitu Gangas and Saweti Bora's world titles. It's a Monday of full-on political showdown between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party. One by one, charges being thrown. Now the Bharatiya Janata Party sees red over Congress's attack on Smriti Irani. Congress has said, Mehengai Dayan made a bedroom darling by Smriti. BJP says it's a vulgar attack on the minister Smriti Irani. Congress's Srinivas faces fire from the BJP over Smriti Irani's dig. That's what's happened, and remember, this is amid the protests and complete commotion taking place in the parliament. So first, let's listen in to what Srinivas said. He's a spokesperson, a young neta of the Congress party, and then how the BJP is now all guns blazing at him.
क्या समझ रहा है इस देश को? कौन बैठा है अंदर पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो आतंकवादी के नाम से जाना जाता है? वो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर है। इस देश का युवा 45 साल के बाद पहली बार लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं नौकरी के लिए। उनका आवाज उठाया राहुल गांधी जी ने। बीजेपी है तो बेरोजगारी, जो महंगाई आम गरीब मजदूर लोग घर में कैसे जी रहे हैं, आप लोग सोचा है क्या? कभी नहीं सोचा है इन लोग ने। बीजेपी है तो महंगाई, हर चीज में महंगाई। यही लोग 2014 में कहते थे महंगाई को डयन बना के बिठा दिया करके। वो स्मृति ईरानी थोड़ा घुंगे बेरी हो गया, मैं उनको कहना चाहता हूं उसी दयान को, महंगाई दयान को डार्लिंग बना के बेडरूम में बिठाने का काम किया है।
Joining me now from right outside the parliament premises is my colleague Supriya Bhardwaj. Supriya, do put in context for what exactly Srinivas was saying, how it looks aimed at Smriti Irani and what is the BJP saying?
Well, first and foremost, Srinivas is saying that this is what we have spoken to the Youth Congress people, and they have told us that he was referring to inflation, the Mehengai Dayan. It's a very famous song, Mehengai Dayan Khai Jaat Hai. Srinivas was referring to that, and he said that now the BJP people, especially he is referring to Smriti Irani ji, the Union Minister, and saying that earlier when the UPA government was there, she used to protest on the issue of inflation, and now that Mehengai Dayan, he is referring to inflation, Mehengai, and is saying that has been turned into a darling and is sitting in the bedrooms of BJP people. So the Congress party has very categorically come out and said that nowhere the comment is towards the Union Minister, Mrs. Smriti Irani. They are saying that this was entirely the context wherein Srinivas is saying that it is the Mehengai, which is the very famous song, Mehengai Dayan Khai Jaat Hai, of a Hindi film. And referring to that very song, Srinivas is saying that now the Dayan has become the darling. So the inflation has become the darling, and BJP is actually has put them on a back burner, the issue of the inflation and price rise. So this is what the Youth Congress, the Congress party has to maintain on an entire thing. They are also going
stay on with me because I want the viewer to listen in again.
To use a diversion tactics.
Let's listen in again once to what Srinivas said, and then we'll discuss the BJP charging at Srinivas for that. Let's listen in.
क्या समझ रहा है इस देश को? कौन बैठा है अंदर पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो आतंकवादी के नाम से जाना जाता है? वो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर है। इस देश का युवा 45 साल के बाद पहली बार लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं नौकरी के लिए। उनका आवाज उठाया राहुल गांधी जी ने। बीजेपी है तो बेरोजगारी, जो महंगाई आम गरीब मजदूर लोग घर में कैसे जी रहे हैं, आप लोग सोचा है क्या? कभी नहीं सोचा है इन लोग ने। बीजेपी है तो महंगाई, हर चीज में महंगाई। यही लोग 2014 में कहते थे महंगाई को डयन बना के बिठा दिया करके। वो स्मृति ईरानी थोड़ा घुंगे बेरी हो गया, मैं उनको कहना चाहता हूं उसी डयन को, महंगाई डयन को डार्लिंग बना के बेडरूम में बिठाने का काम किया है।
Usi Mehengai Dayan ko, that Mehengai which has been made into a bedroom darling. Now, was he referring to a metaphor? Was he referring to Smriti Irani, the minister in the government? This has got very controversial and definitely very sensitive. The BJP has been quick to charge at it. Supriya Bhardwaj continues to be with us. Supriya, clearly the BJP has jumped into it. What exactly is happening now? How has this become a huge issue?
Well, the Congress is saying that listen to the entire statement of Srinivas. He's first referring to the terror accused, okay? One that he has mentioned. Second being that of he's mentioning the unemployment issue. And third being that of the Mehengai issue, which is the Mehengai Dayan, which is the song which he's referring to. Congress party is saying that as far as BJP is concerned, they are looking for diversionary tactics. They are also referring to Mr. Hardeep Puri's statement which he has given when he was asked about his reaction on opposition's protest on Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, saying that you can't turn an ass into a horse. So they are saying that is also very defamatory. So it's a no-holds-bar war of words which is going on right from Parliament to streets.
Yes.
And when we spoke to a lot of Congress leaders,
what did they say?
So what did they say? Because hearing from a lot of opposition leaders is that in the evening, they are saying that in the evening at 4 p.m. there will be a meeting today, Pooja, and they are also going all out and saying that BJP is looking for some issues to divert attention from JPC, and this is what they are saying, that even Rahul Gandhi's disqualification has happened also because of that very reason, the Adani group issue. So this is what the Congress party, their MPs have to maintain. They are saying that nowhere the reference of Mehengai Dayan is towards the Union Minister, Mrs. Smriti Irani.
Yes.
They are saying that Srinivas is referring to Mehengai Dayan, which is a very popular song.
Even if the Mehengai which or the inflation which is not being referred to Smriti Irani, he does say Smriti Irani is mute and deaf. And she's sitting there in the parliament. She's been put there. I stay on with me because BJP is already joining in now. RP Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party is joining me on the phone line. Smriti Irani is mute and deaf, says Srinivas of the Congress party, and then adds Mr. RP Singh that the inflation which has been made into a bedroom darling.
Well, this is highly objectionable, and this shows the new low. I mean, this shows, otherwise, this is a party, there are two party leaders, Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra. I mean, if they are permitting such sort of messages being posted by their key leaders, this clearly shows their mindset. I mean, what sort of new low in Indian politics is happening. And I will explore, I'm saying I will also explore that what possible legal action can be taken against this gentleman. Because
but Congress sources are telling my colleague that he didn't attack Smriti Irani. Do you believe that?
Well, the message says it's the other way around. I mean, the message is the other way around. It mentions our leader Smriti Irani. And Smriti Irani ने महंगाई डायन को डार्लिंग बनाकर घर के बेडरूम में बिठा दिया है. It's my name. So this is atrocious. I'm hopeful Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra will act and react on this. Otherwise, we'll treat it that it has the consent of the higher leadership of the Congress party.
Sardar R.P. Singh, how do you look at the Congress strategy now? Wearing black clothes today, protesting, all guns blazing on the road on Vijay Chowk, and all of this primarily over Rahul Gandhi's disqualification.
Well, पिछड़ी जातियों के प्रति काली, I mean, दुर्भावना रखने वाले, काली भावना रखने वाले आज काले कपड़े पहन कर आए. People who has malefied or malicious intention towards the backward, they are wearing black clothes today in the parliament or otherwise in their protests. And people who never stood by OBCs or the backward classes, they are wearing black clothes, and then this categorically shows what is their intent is.
One final question. Yes. So one final question. Will you, on this Srinivas jibe that he's taken, what appears to be on Smriti Irani, he has clearly said she's mute and deaf, at least apart from other things. Are you going to ask for an apology? Are you going to file a case of defamation? How is this going to be proceeded?
I'll ask my legal team to help me out to understand what are the legal options with this, because you can't use such derogatory language against a woman member of parliament and a minister.
All right, Sardar R.P. Singh, thank you. Thank you very much for now, sir, because this is going to be a huge issue and BJP is looking at it. But let's now go across to the man who made this comment, Amit Bhardwaj, speaking to Srinivas. Here's what he has to say. Over to you, Amit.
Srinivas, now there's a controversy becoming because of your comment at Rajghat. You said महंगाई डायन को डार्लिंग बना लिया है. अब ये कंट्रोवर्सी हो रहा है इस पूरे बयान पे आपके.
देखिए, मैं क्लियर हूँ. इन लोग ने 2013 में महंगाई को मनमोहन सिंह जी को, वो भी इस देश का जो इकोनॉमिस्ट, सबसे अच्छा प्रधानमंत्री, उनको महंगाई को डयन बना के बिठाया करके बोले. मैंने क्या बोला हूँ उसको, उसी डयान को डार्लिंग बना के बेडरूम में बिठाया बोला हूँ. मैं अभी भी क्लियर.
स्टेटमेंट है, बीजेपी कह रही है महिला विरोधी स्टेटमेंट है ये.
महिला कौन सा विरोधी है?
आपने स्मृति ईरानी का अपमान किया, ऐसा बीजेपी कह रही है.
स्मृति ईरानी ये नहीं है, वो देश का प्रधानमंत्री को अपमान किया था स्मृति ईरानी ने. उसके बारे में क्यों बात नहीं किया? स्मृति ईरानी ने इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री मनमोहन सिंह जी को बोले थे ये शब्द. चूड़ियां भेजी थी प्रधानमंत्री को, साड़ी भेजी थी, भूल गया क्या?
लेकिन आप इस स्टेटमेंट पे अभी भी अड़े हुए हैं. जो बयान आपने दिया
का सिलेंडर 1100 हुआ है, तो ये लोग डयन बोला था ना महंगाई को, तो डयन को डार्लिंग बना के बेडरूम में बिठाया. 1100.
Did he say Smriti Irani is the witch?
NCW आपके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करे.
देखिए साहब, ये लोग ने मेहुल चौकसी को एक कानून, नीरव मोदी को एक कानून,
one clarification. Is your attack on Smriti Irani or on inflation?
मैंने स्मृति ईरानी जी को मैं पूछता हूँ, अरे स्मृति ईरानी जी, आपने सड़क पे लेके घूमते थे सिलेंडर लेके, मंत्री बनने के बाद इस देश का महिला के कितने बच्ची के साथ अत्याचार हुआ, कभी बात उठाया? इस देश में कितना महिला के जलाया? उत्तर प्रदेश में बुलडोजर चलाया, तब बोला क्या? कभी बोले सिल्ली सोल इश्यू में तुरंत आ गया, प्रेस मीट कर दिया, सोनिया गांधी जी को अपमान किया। जो त्याग का परिवार है गांधी परिवार, सोनिया गांधी को तुमने पार्लियामेंट वो बड़ी सदन में अपमान किया, क्या शब्द यूज किया, तब तुमने सोनिया जी को अपमान नहीं किया। हाँ? ये लोग बात करने हैं, ये सारे ये क्या, ये अडानी को बचाना है, अडानी को बचाना है तो एवरी 3 days they are changing their statement. Earlier OBC, अब सारे हिंदू, कोई जात पात नहीं है बोलते थे, अचानक
Criticism against him is that he called Smriti Irani as the witch and in bedroom darling.
Yes, Pooja, I'm asking that question. You know, people are saying this. People are saying that
हमने उनका स्टेटमेंट को हमने हमारा स्टेटमेंट दिया है, जवाब दिया है। उसमें व्यक्तिगत अटैक का उनको लग रहा है,
पर्सनल अटैक नहीं है।
हाँ?
पर्सनल अटैक नहीं है।
अरे हमने उनका स्टेटमेंट आपने देखा है, उस स्टेटमेंट को हमने स्टेटमेंट दिया है, हमने चोर बोला है। चोर आप ही चोर करके क्यों समझ रहे हैं? अब चोर नहीं है तो फिर क्यों टेंशन है?
If NCW takes cognizance of the matter, what will you do?
अरे भाई साहब, कांग्रेस पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता है, राहुल गांधी जी का सिपाही हूँ, केस लगाना लगाओ, जो करना करो।
You just heard Srinivas speaking to India Today, where he is backing his statement, saying that it did not make personal comments, it was rather to do with the issue of inflation. Back to you, Pooja.
Very well done, Amit Bhardwaj, for getting that first reaction from the man who made that controversial comment. Srinivas says, I'm using Smriti Irani's statement, I'm not targeting her personally, but he has said what he has said on camera, and the BJP is gunning for the young Neta of the Congress party. That's the big news coming in right now. I want to now go across to my colleague Sneha Mordani. She's currently on the ground at Vijay Chowk, where that mega Congress protest is. The next half an hour will be by Sneha Mordani. Sneha, over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Pooja. And I am right where the Temple of Democracy is. Right behind me is the Parliament House. However, the House, as we all know, viewers, is not functioning. Not functioning for days together now. This is the second half of the budget session. And look at the kind of pictures that have come in from Parliament all day today. The Lok Sabha, as of now, stands adjourned till 4 p.m. What happened there? Pictures, in fact, surfaced from inside the lower house of opposition members, in fact, tearing papers and throwing them at the face of Om Birla, the Speaker. The Speaker was then forced to adjourn the House till 4 p.m. Raj Sabha, the upper house, has been dysfunctional as well. The House has been adjourned till 2 p.m. again today. Just some time ago, we had opposition members, many of them dressed in black today, protesting against the government. Two issues are being raised here. One is that there should be a joint parliamentary committee probe on the Adani matter. Modani is what they're calling it, saying that there is a nexus between Modi, the Prime Minister, and the Adani group. And then also in solidarity with former Congress MP from Wayanad, Rahul Gandhi, has been disqualified from Parliament. That happened on Friday. A series of reactions coming in. We'll go straight to them first before I bring in my colleagues Supriya Bhardwaj and Amit Bhardwaj.
आज हम काले कपड़े के ड्रेस में क्यों आए कि ये नहीं कि किसी को बताने के लिए नहीं, हम ये दिखाना चाहते हैं कि इस देश में डेमोक्रेसी को मोदी जी एक एक करके खत्म कर रहे हैं।
पिछड़ों का अपमान करने का, अपशब्द बोलने का काम ये राहुल गांधी जी और कांग्रेस पार्टी लगातार करती रही है। इनके काले कारनामे, अब काले कपड़े, ये काले जादू तक जाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि काले कारनामे छिप नहीं पाएंगे।
I say, I'm not walking out. You guys take this kind of statement. Kahan Bhagwan Ram and kahan these guys. The other day you said, I am not apologize because I am not Savarkar. Do you know the contribution of people like Savarkar ji? And you're getting, as I said, getting an ass to run a horse's race.
लोकसभा अध्यक्ष के द्वारा फैसला करने के बाद में जिस तरह की टिप्पणियां की गई, जिस तरह की अमर्यादित बातें की गई, ये निश्चित रूप से उनके अहंकार के साथ साथ में वो अपने आप को क्लास अपार्ट जिस तरह से समझते हैं, गांधी परिवार अपने आप को व्यवस्थाओं से, संविधान से ऊपर जिस तरह से समझता है, ये एक बार फिर परिलक्षित हुआ है।
नाखून कटा करके शहीद होना अगर कोई सीखे तो कांग्रेस से सीखे। ये राहुल गांधी किसको लेके सत्याग्रह कर रहे हैं? जो कोर्ट में अहंकार से अपमान भी किया न्यायालय का, और राहुल गांधी से पहले 32 लोगों को इस तरह के केस में उनकी सदस्यता गई है। ये क्यों नाखून कटा करके शहीद होना चाहते हैं?
श्री राहुल गांधी जी को जिस तरह से लोकसभा से हटाया गया वो गैर लोकतांत्रिक है, असंवैधानिक है। जो कानून है उस कानून के बिल्कुल विरुद्ध है, और इसीलिए ये बहुत ज़रूरी है भारतीय लोकतंत्र को और भारतीय लोकतंत्र की सर्वोच्च संस्था संसद को बचाने के लिए कि इसका पुरजोर विरोध किया जाए।
It's a black day for the democracy, and moreover, the punishment given to Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji is very much exemplary, and this is unheard of in the history of Indian democracy. This DMK and we join with the other parties to condemn these activities, and immediately the opposition should join together, just like today. It has to go along with the next 2024. That is my wish. Thank you very much. Thank you.
जो राहुल गांधी जी हैं वो बिना सिर पैर की बात करते हैं। जिस प्रकार के बयानबाजी, चूंकि वो कहीं न कहीं एक क्या कहते हैं, उनका मानसिक, मैं तो ये नहीं कहूँगा कि वो, लेकिन कहीं न कहीं साइको प्रकार की जो बीमारियां होती है ना, कहीं उस बीमारी से वो लगता है ग्रसित है।
ये तो सुनवाई भी फट से हो गई, जजमेंट भी फट से हो गई, सजा भी फट से हो गई, और आपने कह दिया अगले दिन कि 8 सालों के लिए ये चुनाव नहीं लड़ सकते, संसद से बाहर कर देंगे इनको। वाह वाह, अरे कायर हैं, कायर है इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री। लेकिन सच्चाई ये है कि इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री कायर है।
All right, the top brass of the Congress party really not mincing any words when it comes to this scathing attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP-led central government. Supriya Bharadwaj tracking all of those details from inside Parliament and outside. Supriya, you've seen it all really with the opposition now in no mood to relent. You know what I found the most interesting, Supriya, and do talk to me about that, is the fact that after days and weeks together, the TMC MPs were seen in the same room as the Congress and other members of Parliament who are pretty much on the same page when it comes to the JPC and also the Rahul Gandhi matter. How do you read into this? The TMC also joining hands now.
प्रकार से इस देश में विपक्ष को समाप्त करने के लिए विपक्ष के एक-एक नेता
Okay, bit of a problem there with Supriya's audio. We'll just try and correct that in a few seconds from now. Apologize for that. But we're getting you all the details of what's happened inside Parliament and outside Parliament. A while ago, where we are in Vijay Chowk, which is right outside the Parliament House, there were members of Parliament from the opposition, essentially led by the Congress, who were protesting. Amit Bharadwaj is just very close to where I am. Amit Bharadwaj right now is in Delhi's Jantar Mantar area, where the Youth Congress is protesting, be it the Parliament or outside. Amit, the heat really is on the BJP-led central government and the Prime Minister on all of these issues, two of them particularly.
कांग्रेस पार्टी को निशाने पे लिया,
Right, Sneha, you know, the Congress party is trying to make sure that the fight for Rahul Gandhi's disqualification from Lok Sabha, you know, is seen in the court and on the streets as well as in the parliament. As you were mentioning that the opposition party MPs are rallying together, you know, over Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. There's a protest going on in the parliament. MPs wearing black shirt as a mark of protest. And at the spot where I am right now, the Youth Congress workers are protesting in large numbers. I'll ask Jagannath to give you a 360-degree view of the entire area as to how people have assembled in big numbers. Youth Congress workers have assembled in big numbers, and they are in a way giving the clarion call for 2024 battle. It is very clear that the Congress also understands this, that this is their best opportunity to turn sympathy in their favor, you know, ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. आप लोग कहाँ से आए हैं?
हम राजस्थान से यूथ कांग्रेस आए हुए हैं। भाई अभिमन्यु पुण्य प्रदेश देश का चुनाव लड़ा है, पहले एनएसयू के प्रदेश।
ये बताइए, क्या आप लोगों को लग रहा है कि एक बड़ा मोमेंट है 2024 के लिए भी, चुनाव के लिहाज से भी, चुनाव के लिहाज से भी आपको एक बड़ा मोमेंट लग रहा है कि कांग्रेस के फेवर में चीजें यहाँ से मूव हो सकती हैं?
देखो, निश्चित रूप से 2024 के अंदर देश का नौजवान, देश का हर वर्ग राहुल गांधी जी को मजबूत कर रहे हैं। जिस प्रकार से भाजपा सरकार ने, केंद्र की सरकार ने ये लोकतंत्र की हत्या करने का काम किया है, इसके खिलाफ देश के लोगों में आक्रोश है, देश के मन की भावना है वो अपने।
आप लोग जंतर मंतर पे प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, पार्लियामेंट में विपक्षी जितने भी सांसद है वो इकट्ठा हो गए हैं, तो क्या लग रहा है कि अब अपोजिशन इकट्ठा होगा 24 के बैटल के पहले राहुल गांधी के साथ?
देखो, राहुल गांधी जी के साथ निश्चित रूप से पूरा ऑपोजिशन इकट्ठा होगा, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी जी एक ऐसा चेहरा है देश के जो कि देश को इस भाजपा से मुक्त करवा सकते हैं, महंगाई से मुक्त।
बीजेपी कह रही है कि ओबीसी समुदाय का अपमान किया है राहुल गांधी ने।
बिल्कुल सरासर गलत है, किसी भी ओबीसी समाज का उन्होंने गलत नहीं बोला है। उन्होंने मोदी, ललित मोदी और मेहुल चोकसी, इनको चोर बोला है, किसी समाज को चोर नहीं बोला।
युवा कांग्रेस गिरफ्तारी देने के कभी भी तैयार है, बिल्कुल तैयार है। जिस प्रकार से राजकीय तंत्रों का दुरुपयोग करते हुए मोदी जी ने राहुल गांधी जी के सदस्य 2024 के अंदर राहुल गांधी जी प्रधानमंत्री।
So, you know, these are youth Congress workers who are ready to, you know, even get detained. And very interestingly, in a few moments from now, the march of youth Congress workers will begin from Jantar Mantar, and they will try to head towards the parliament. And because the parliament is in session, this march will not be allowed to move forward. So in all likelihood, there's going to be a confrontation of sorts, you know, between the Youth Congress workers and the Delhi police, because remember the parliament is in session right now. No such march can be allowed. I have Mr. former UP Congress president with me as well. Sir, अभी आप लोग यहाँ से मार्च करने की कोशिश करेंगे, कहाँ जाने की तैयारी है?
संसद घेराव करने जाएंगे, लोकतंत्र की आवाज को बचाने जाएंगे। एक व्यक्ति इतना भारी कि उसको खत्म करने के लिए हर तरह का यंत्र अपनाया गया, सदस्यता रद्द कर दी गई। सिर्फ एक ही सवाल उन्होंने कर दिया कि 20,000 करोड़।
लल्लू जी, अभी पार्लियामेंट सेशन में है, पुलिस आपको यहाँ से आगे बढ़ने नहीं देगी।
बढ़ेंगे, ये भीड़ देख रहे हैं, ये कहने आया है कि हम किसानों की आवाज, नौजवानों की आवाज, गरीबों की आवाज, शोषितों की आवाज, लोकतंत्र को बिकने नहीं देंगे, कुचलने नहीं देंगे। तानाशाह कुछ भी कर ले, जो राहुल गांधी जी ने संकल्प लिया है उस संकल्प को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, बैरिकेड से आगे बैरिकेड को तोड़ देंगे।
Okay, so these youth Congress members there are clearly, in fact,
लाठी खाएंगे, जेल जाएंगे, लेकिन तानाशाह के घमंड को तोड़ देंगे।
Yes, Sneha.
Right, so Youth Congress members, they're wanting to march towards Parliament. Not too far away from here is Jantar Mantar, where these protests being led by B.V. Srinivas of the Youth Congress, the head of the Youth Congress there is on. Amit, I'm coming back to you, going back once again to Supriya Bhardwaj. Supriya, I was asking you earlier about the manner in which we see opposition unity at display, but what is the shelf life of this is the big question. What about the sustainability? Today TMC, interestingly, joined the Congress and joined the other opposition parties in raising their concerns as far as the two matters are concerned. A of the JPC, second one of Rahul Gandhi, isn't it?
Well, Sneha, the battle has started, and what we are witnessing is the next level of the war of words going on between the Congress as well as that of the BJP, and it's a no-holds-barred battle. As far as this entire battle you are asking for the sustainability, I think so. The battle will get only over after 2024 Lok Sabha polls results are out. Both the sides, the daggers have been drawn. They are not buying fair, and they are saying that we will fight it to thin nail. As far as Congress is concerned, they are saying that there was a simple question which was being asked, and the way their leader Rahul Gandhi was disqualified in Lok Sabha within 24 hours, despite having a suspension relief from the court for 30 days. Just now, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge said that shows that government is hell-bent to divert attention from the Adani Group issue. So certainly, as opposition is concerned, for the first time TMC has come. It's an advantage to Mr. Gandhi because we have seen as to how who's who from the opposition. Even some of his sharp critics like Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad have come out in open and saying that the way he was removed from Lok Sabha, the way he was disqualified from the Lok Sabha, that was not called for. So certainly, as far as the opposition is concerned, Rahul Gandhi has emerged as that fulcrum around which the entire opposition as well as its strategy is now revolving. We are actually getting into the election mode as far as the Karnataka is concerned. The campaigning, the high-pitched campaigning is already going on, but the election commission is going to soon announce that the Karnataka goes to poll. So in a build-up from there also, you can see as to how this entire opposition coming together out, Sneha, from Gandhi statue. They were protesting inside the house also. The house will resume at 2 p.m. One house in the second house will resume at 4 p.m. Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha. So we are witnessing as to how they were protesting at Gandhi statue. They walked out here unitedly, 18 opposition parties topmost. We have been seeing from quite some time that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has never spoken in favor of Mr. Gandhi or in favor of the Congress party. So, but for the first time, even inside the Delhi Chief Minister, inside the House itself, Assembly itself, Delhi Assembly, he has gone all out and raised the issue of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. And then comes Trinamool Congress, which we know has a very strange relationship with the Congress party, and in particularly they have been targeting Mr. Gandhi, and Mr. Gandhi has also been attacking Trinamool Congress. So we have seen that, but now this time it seems that everything else has taken a back seat. But what has happened now is that the entire opposition is united and saying that why this demand of the JPC for Adani Group issue is not being met, why the government is doing everything. In fact, a lot of opposition leaders said that this entire disqualification of Mr. Gandhi from Lok Sabha is nothing but a diversionary tactic, and also not letting House function and JPC demand not being met. So this is what the Congress party is maintaining, the other opposition parties leaders are maintaining. And what we are hearing is that there is going to be a crucial meeting at 4 p.m. today in the evening of the opposition, where they are going to chart out further strategy.
Okay. Further strategy to be chalked out further. Supriya, be with us. I'm just going to come back to you in a few moments from now. Let's tell our viewers what's brewing as far as controversial statements are concerned. And Supriya did talk about strange relationships. Well, Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction of the Shiv Sena, remember viewers, was in an alliance with the Congress in Maharashtra. Today they are united in opposition. It's called the Maharashtra Mahavikas Aghadi. What really is happening is that Rahul Gandhi has made statements against Veer Savarkar. The BJP, of course, is upset. But remember, it's not just the BJP. Who else is upset? Uddhav Thackeray is upset. The Shiv Sena isn't too pleased. Not the first time, but in the past as well, certain controversial statements are made by Congress leaders and particularly Rahul Gandhi. In this context, it has got to do with Rahul Gandhi saying that he is a Gandhi. He is not a Savarkar and he is not going to apologize. And that has led to a huge furor, a war of words really between the Shiv Sena, who in principle are supporting Rahul Gandhi, but they say this is not on. You can't be attacking the Hindutva ideology. How can you do that? You can't be attacking Veer Savarkar. That's a huge concern, is what has been voiced also. Listen in to what has been said as far as this latest controversy is concerned.
राहुल गांधी सावरकर कभी हो नहीं सकते। सावरकर जी कभी 6 महीने विदेश में घूमने फिरने नहीं जाते थे। हर सेशन के बाद उनको विदेश की यात्रा की छुट्टी नहीं चाहिए थी। वो समर्पित थे देश की आज़ादी के लिए, जेल से ही 14 सालों तक। राहुल जी सावरकर जी का अपमान तो आपने किया ही। अरे वीर सावरकर तो राहुल गांधी कभी नहीं हो सकते, लेकिन अपनी दादी में भारत की पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते, नेहरू जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते। क्या आपने उनको भी अपमानित साथ साथ कर दिया?
राहुल गांधी को 7 जन्म लेना पड़ेगा, तब सावरकर को जान पाएंगे। और सावरकर बनना तो उनके लिए, जिस सावरकर ने अपनी पूरी जिंदगी, वो कभी सेलुलर जेल गए हैं, एक बार सेलुलर जेल जाकर के देख लें, तब पता चलेगा कि सावरकर क्या है।
It is unfortunate that Uddhav Thackeray ji has such desperation for being in touch with the Congress party for a particular vote bank that he has now started accepting meekly and mildly all the insults hurled at Veer Savarkar ji. Once upon a time, Uddhav Thackeray ji used to be staunchly against this. But today we have seen him compromise for the sake of vote bank on the ideology of Hindutva, on the ideology of Babasaheb Thackeray ji and on Veer Savarkar ji, or else most certainly Uddhav Thackeray ji and his faction would have not stood in solidarity with a person like Rahul Gandhi.
राहुल गांधींना मी जाहीरपणाने सांगतोय की सावरकर आमचं दैवत आहे, त्यांचा अपमान आम्हाला पटणारा नाही, अजिबात पटणार नाही। लढायचं असेल तर दैवतांचा अपमान आम्ही सहन नाही करणार, अजिबात करणार नाही। कारण सावरकर काय होते हे नुसतं आपण वाचू शकतो।
बात वार्निंग की नहीं है, हमने हमारी बात भूमिका स्पष्ट की है। वीर सावरकर महाराष्ट्र के लिए, देश के लिए और हमारे लिए एक श्रद्धा का विषय है। ऐसे महान क्रांतिकारी के ऊपर आप इस प्रकार से कीचड़ उछालेंगे तो महाराष्ट्र की जनता बहुत ही आपको करारा जवाब दे सकती है। सब कुछ ठीक है, हम आपके साथ हैं, हम आपके साथ रहेंगे, हर लड़ाई में रहेंगे, लेकिन वीर सावरकर हमारे लिए हमेशा इस लड़ाई के लिए भी प्रेरणा के स्थान है। वीर सावरकर की लड़ाई गुलामी के विरुद्ध थी, ये मत भूलिए।
Supriya is with us. Supriya, give us a sense of what the Congress is now saying, because these comments have the potential to damage the alliance, because Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction, isn't really pleased about what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said. And this is not the first time that Veer Savarkar in that sense has been attacked by the Gandhi sign, isn't it?
Well, as far as Congress party is concerned, Sneha, they are saying that they are looking into the matter. The Maharashtra unit of theirs will be interacting with their counterparts in Shiv Sena. But as far as the entire issue is concerned of the unity, they are saying that opposition is now much more united and fighting from the front foot. Ever since Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified from Lok Sabha, they are saying that we will stand together, and the issue being that of Adani Group and the JPC. So today we even saw Trinamool Congress coming in and other leaders also coming in, and they are saying that because Mr. Gandhi was raising the issue of Adani Group, that's why he was disqualified. And further on, when this entire issue is being raised together by the entire opposition, which includes now TMC also joining in the ranks, they are saying the opposition is totally united and they will be fighting from the front. As far as this issue of V. Savarkar is concerned, they have said that the Maharashtra unit is going to get in touch with the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackre's party, and that's what they are maintaining at the moment.
All right, Supriya, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us up to speed with all those developments. As far as the Parliament is concerned, remember the Raj Sabha is going to convene at 2 o'clock. Lok Sabha at 4 p.m. Remains to be seen what the joint strategy of opposition parties are and whether the TMC is going to continue to be seen on the same side as the Congress. It's time for a quick commercial break here. On the other side, we're getting you this very interesting story. Well, the man is traveling from Gujarat to Jhansi and now he's headed to Prayagraj. Yes, we're talking about Don Mohammad Atiq. Where is he right now? This is Atiq Ahmed and he is moving to Prayagraj. A strong armed police team from UP, 4 fortified police vehicles, 23 strong armed police team is with him right now. The convoy is moving towards Prayagraj.
Going straight across to Jantar Mantar, that's the venue of protest by the Congress party, and in a manner in which they're trying to look like a united opposition. There appears to be also clashes with the police that has been deployed. Take a look at that. This is complete commotion taking place at Jantar Mantar. Police force has been deployed. I can see a CRPF and paramilitary also. This is to ensure that law and order remains in control. Let's go across to Amit Bhardwaj. Amit, what's happening? Is this just the Congress party or other opposition parties too?
Pooja, the protest by Youth Congress workers has started at Jantar Mantar. Since morning they were protesting at Jantar Mantar, and now the entire process of Sansad Gherav has started. And these are all Youth Congress workers who have climbed the barricades. They're trying to break barricades. And before this, Srinivas, who heads the Youth Congress, had given a clarion call from the stage that whatever Congress workers, whoever Congress workers, Youth Congress workers love Rahul Gandhi should not hold back from breaking the barricades, and that is what is happening in the national capital right now at Jantar Mantar. The parliament is not far off from here, and constantly these Congress workers, Youth Congress workers, are making effort to breach the barricades to continue their Sansad Gherav march. And in that process, these visuals you are seeing, the moment any Youth Congress Karyakarta manages to cross the barricade, they are being picked up by the paramilitary Jawan who have been deployed here to make sure that these Youth Congress workers are not able to head to the parliament. Remember, the parliament is in session. The opposition MPs are already protesting in the parliament over Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, and right there, another show of strength by the Congress party. This is Congress's Youth Frontal, which is protesting at Jantar Mantar since morning, and now they have started the Sansad Gherav march. But Delhi police has stopped them with the barricades right here. You can see the angry Youth Congress protesters at Jantar Mantar. On the other side, there's a visual of a container of sorts in the hands of the Yuva Congress workers, the IYC workers. You can see this particular box that is being held, and it has notes stuck on it. The Congress workers are showing it to, right there, a box of money that's being shown at Jantar Mantar in the visuals. I'll ask Jagannath to give you a closer look of the box which Congress workers have brought at Jantar Mantar, carrying it in the Sansad Gherav march. This is the box that these Youth Congress workers are carrying, which is full of notes, fake currencies, giving a symbolic message of the Adani scam, alleged Adani scam, over which the opposition parties are demanding joint parliamentary committee to be formed and the matter to be given to JPC. And visuals, dramatic visuals coming from the national capital. Detention process of the Congress Karyakartas have also begun. Youth Congress workers who are able to manage to cross these barricades are being detained by Delhi police, and paramilitary force Jawan, which is stationed here, is helping Delhi police in this process. I'll ask Jagga to give you a complete sense of as to what is unfolding at Jantar Mantar in the Youth Congress's Sansad Gherav march. Jagannath is giving you a 360-degree view. Another box of fake currency notes being shown by Youth Congress. These visuals coming from the national capital of the Sansad Gherav march of Youth Congress. And since morning, the Youth Congress was protesting at Jantar Mantar, and now when the Sansad Gherav march has started, the box has been taken away, which was constantly shown by the Youth Congress workers. That box has been taken away by the police. It has, it had fake currency notes. They were showing it as a symbolic, protest demanding JPC into the Adani issue. And Jagannath is showing you these visuals coming from Jantar Mantar, from Youth Congress's Parliament Gherav march. And all you can see the heavy deployment of police out here at Jantar Mantar. Not only Delhi police Jawans have been deployed here, along with them are the paramilitary Jawans, CRP Jawans who have been deployed, and barricades have been made. And you can see rapid action force on standby, the water cannons are on standby. All these efforts have been made, all these systems has been put in place to stop Youth Congress workers. Right there, another bunch of Congress workers, Youth Congress workers are being pulled on by the police forces. This lady activist, women activist from IYC, she's being, their efforts being made to bring her down. Can be done, and her, associates from the are trying to protect her. It's a clear confrontation of sorts at Jantar Mantar, from where the Yuva Congress workers, the Youth Congress workers are trying to carry out the Sansad Gherao March. Continuously pushback is going on. Efforts are being made to make sure that the barricades do not break. And in this process, what is happening is many of these Youth Congress workers are getting detained. So right visuals of detention out here. Visuals of detention, Congress workers being detained by Delhi police. And there's a bus station as well. Multiple buses have been stationed in which these workers are being detained. They are being put inside these buses after getting detained from Jantar Mantar. Now remember, since morning, Youth Congress was holding a protest at Jantar Mantar. This was in favor of Rahul Gandhi and against his disqualification. And after the protest, Srinivas, who heads Youth Congress, asked his workers that if you love Rahul Gandhi, now it is time to hit the streets, to hit the barricades, to break the barricades and to reach the parliament. And you can see Youth Congress workers' kurta has been torn in the process of detention, and these Youth Congress workers are not ready to get detained. You know, they have come from different parts of the country, from Rajasthan, from Madhya Pradesh, from Haryana, from Punjab. And the moment this Sansad Gherao March started, that very moment the process of detention started as well. आप लोग कहाँ जाने? नरेंद्र मोदी These officials pushing these workers inside the bus. The detention process has already begun, and what we are given to understand is that these Youth Congress workers were trying to march to the parliament, and because the parliament is in session, any such march is usually not allowed in the national capital, and that is why these Youth Congress workers who had come from different parts of the country are being detained. You can see women Karyakarta of the Youth Congress being detained by multiple Delhi police women constables, and you know, this entire confrontation between Delhi police and the IYC workers started the very moment when these Karyakartas of the IYC were trying to march to the parliament, and efforts being made. Look at these visuals. Effort being made at Jantar Mantar to detain the IYC Karyakartas who are heading towards the parliament, and the detention process continues. In another visual, you can see another women IYC worker is getting detained by several of the women constables of Delhi police. Dramatic visuals coming from the national capital. Anger of Congress workers pouring on the streets. The Congress had said that it will hit the streets over Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, and that visual is breaking in the national capital. Forceful detentions being carried out. Women Karyakartas of the Congress party. She has a sandal in her hand. This women Karyakarta of the IYC has sandal in her hand. She was picked up from the barricades and now she has been put inside the bus. Dramatic visuals coming from the national capital. One after other, you know, detention process of the IYC Karyakartas continues. Now, let us tell our viewers as well that these IYC workers had assembled here from different parts of the country. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, UP being, amongst the states from where these Congress workers have come. अभी आप लोग कहाँ जाने की another bus full with Congress कार्यकर्ता. आप लोग कहाँ जाने की
हम जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. हम लोकतंत्र को बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे जो आज राहुल गांधी जी के साथ किया है. बीजेपी के कई एमपीज ऐसे जिन्होंने किया ऐसे लोगों को उन्होंने बैठा के रखा है और हमारे राहुल गांधी ने एक छोटी सी टिप्पणी कर दी.
बैरिकेड्स पे अग्रेसिवली चढ़े थे, पुलिस ने आपको उठा के डाला है गाड़ी के.
क्यों नहीं चढ़ेंगे? हमारे देश की हत्या हो रही है, हम चढ़ेंगे उसमें. हम अपनी जान भी दे सकते हैं इस देश के लिए, इस भारत देश के लिए. हम युवाओं को कमजोर ना समझे. हम युवा इस देश को बचाने के लिए अपनी जान.
कानूनी लड़ाई है ना, कानूनी लड़ाई है. फिर इस तरह से सड़कों.
जी हाँ, लेकिन आज कानून खुद केंद्र सरकार के अंडर में, कानून
के बाद क्या कार्रवाई?
नहीं तो करे क्या? इस देश में हम सुरक्षित महसूस नहीं कर रहे हैं। हम सिर्फ युवा कांग्रेस के ही नहीं है।
No more visuals coming from Jantar Mantar right now. Jagannath is getting you the visual. Aji.
Amit Bhardwaj there on the ground in Jantar Mantar. Unbelievable visuals there. About, of course, asking for JPC against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. But a bigger question also, where is Rahul Gandhi? Shouldn't he have been here with his supporters as well, who are all guns blazing? You know, in a very long time, I've not seen the Youth Congress protest in the way they are doing today in Jantar Mantar. But these are scuffles being reported now. These are clashes taking place with the police. Many are being detained. Sneha Murdani also continues to be with us now from Jantar Mantar. Sneha, what is it that you see around you? How many people from the Congress party? All right, we'll go back to Sneha in just a short while. Amit Bhardwaj continues to be with us. Amit, these are unprecedented visuals given the IYC's protest at Jantar Mantar. How many around you are from the Congress party? Literally, the police is dragging them by the hand to detain them. Amit, if you can hear me, the manner in which they are dragging, this is clearly a scuffle, clashes. The protesters also refuse to move. How many people from the Congress do you see around you?
Pooja, the process of detention at Jantar Mantar continues, and you can see what kind of struggle is happening between the Delhi police and the Congress Karyakartas, the Youth Congress Karyakartas. This particular gentleman was brought from the barricades. He refused to, get detained, and that's when he sat on dharna of sorts. And quickly, more forces were called in, more Jawans were called in, and now they are physically taking him inside the bus. His kurta has been torn. What we can see that is the kind of struggle that is happening between the Congress, Youth Congress workers and the Delhi police. Clothes being torn in the process of detention, and even after being put inside the bus, this gentleman is not ready to agree, and he wants to continue the march which is being carried out. And here these are the Congress workers who are speaking after getting detained. अब आगे की कार्रवाई क्या है डिटेन होने के बाद?
हम लोगों ने तय कर लिया है, हमारे नेता के साथ हम सब जेल जाने तैयार हैं। जब तक कि हमें न्याय नहीं मिल जाता, आखिरी सांस तक हम लोग सब लड़ाई लड़ेंगे।
ये लड़ाई कब तक चलेगी इस तरह से सड़कों पे?
जब तक कि हमें न्याय नहीं मिल जाता। ये न्याय की लड़ाई है, जैसे अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ चली थी, वैसे ही इनके खिलाफ चलेगी।
गिरफ्तारी के लिए तैयार है?
सब तैयार है, पूरा देश तैयार है।
See, all these Congress workers have come here prepared. I'm giving you a closer look as to what is happening at the barricades. You have a unique visual from the national capital. Not just the protesters are falling down, are on barricades, but even Delhi police Jawans are falling down.
Continue to get us all the visuals coming in from Jantar Mantar. Unprecedented visuals, detentions taking place. This is an youth congress that has come out in numbers that we haven't seen in a long time. All guns blazing against government of the centre in support and rallying for Rahul Gandhi, who's been disqualified as member of parliament. Some are literally being dragged by the police. I see the Rapid Action Force, the CRPF and other paramilitary as well that has been deployed apart from Delhi police. The boxes they brought in are being taken away. That's Srinivas in black with other netas as well. I'm leaving you with these visuals, heading into a break. But we can see that a lot is happening on Jantar Mantar. I'll be back after a break.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@ajtak.com.
This is my state, this is my home, these are my netas, these are my issues, these are my people, this is my election, this is my state Karnataka. Watch State of War Karnataka, Monday to Friday, 6:30 p.m. only on India Today.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for tuning into India Today's lunch break. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. Gangster-turned Neta Atiq Ahmed's convoy heads to Prayagraj after a temporary halt in Jhansi. 23-strong armed police team from Uttar Pradesh. 4 fortified police vehicles.
डर लग रहा है क्या तू? डर लग रहा है? डर लग रहा है क्या?
Teams in Lok Sabha of complete commotion. Opposition leaders tear and throw papers and placards at the speaker. Opposition led by Mallikarjun Kharge and Sonia Gandhi stage a protest dressed in black. More protests at Jantar Mantar by the Congress. Shocker from Gujarat government event. Bilkis rape convict seen sharing a stage with BJP MP and MLA during an event. Meanwhile, in election-bound Karnataka, it's an all-out political war. The Bharatiya Janata Party woos 2 top caste groups. Amit Shah praises the Bommai's quota move. Says Congress gave reservation to appease minority. And what a great news in the World Boxing Championship with Indian women wrapping up with 4 gold medals. Nikat Zareen, Lovlina Borgohain add 2 more golds on Sunday after Neetu Ganges and Saweeti Bora's world title.
The maximum of the time in the Tokyo Olympics.
Unprecedented protest by the Youth Congress Party. These are the workers and volunteers of the party who are staging a protest against government at the centre and BJP rallying in support of Rahul Gandhi. They also have plans to do the parliament gherao. Look at the deployment of the police, of the paramilitary. There's rapid action force and that are detaining the protesters now. Let's listen in to some of them. Jantar Mantar looks no less than a political war zone right now. Heavy deployment, anti-riot gear worn by the paramilitary and also, of course, by the Rapid Action Force. Delhi police also ensuring that they detain all of these protesters who want to go toward the parliament, because the agenda eventually is for the parliament gherao. But there are clearly scuffles that were reported, clothes torn of the protesters who refused to be detained but were pushed in by the policemen and women on duty. Delhi police themselves had to climb the barricade to ensure that the barricades are not crossed by the protesters. This is a massive confrontation. Haven't seen this in a long time, specifically organized by the Congress party. But when your top neta gets disqualified from the parliament, that is where all of these workers have got together to ensure this protest in Jantar Mantar. Take a look of how the police personnel are literally running behind some of the workers who have gone beyond Jantar Mantar already, because they've been told they cannot be allowed to gherao the parliament. Remember, this is apart from the opposition protest that took place in black clothes that was at the parliament premises, first tearing down the papers, throwing it at the speaker. Then outside, Sonia Gandhi led a protest, all of them in black, including the DMK, the TMC as well. But what is unfolding outside of the parliament where the netas are not there? These are the Youth Congress workers, and Sneha Murdani is on the ground at Jantar Mantar right now. Sneha, over to you. What do you see around you?
Thank you so much for that, Pooja. And let me just give you a sense of what's happening really around you. Ankit is going to give you the pictures, dramatic pictures really from Delhi's Jantar Mantar. And this is a face-off never really seen before. Dozens of protests, Pooja, that I would have covered. And this is a very violent one. Let me tell you that several youth Congress workers are injured here is what I saw from, myself. Also, I'm just going to try and go across to Amit in a few moments from now. But look at these pictures. Youth Congress workers there, almost fainting there, getting dragged off. It's getting hot in Delhi. And these are protests that come at a time when Rahul Gandhi stands disqualified from parliament. Congress workers are out on the streets, not just in Delhi, but different parts of the country. These are very violent scenes that we see right now, where the police is in fact trying to bring the situation under control. Now, what they intended to do was that they tried to march to the parliament, and that was something that was not allowed. Again, these pictures coming in, if I can just show them to you. Workers getting detained in this fashion, and then I'd like to get Ankit to show you these pictures from the bus where they are now getting detained forcefully, clothes being torn off, as you can see, because obviously they're protesting. Detentions getting filled in inside the buses right now. The Delhi police in full action, so is the RAF. Many of them being forcefully taken away. Some are just walking into, because they knew this is what is going to happen. What they wanted to do was that they wanted to march to parliament, and that was something that was not being allowed. Once again, protesters here, take a look at Youth Congress workers in support of Rahul Gandhi, who stands disqualified from the House. These are violent protests. And pictures of which you see right now. The police, the RAF, paramilitary trying to bring the situation under control. The riot police in full gear here, and this was anticipated that there is going to be in fact a situation where violence will also break out and people would get hurt, and that's exactly what's happened. But these have been pretty violent. Let me see if I can try and go across to Amit, our colleague who continues to be with us. If that is possible at all, I'll try and get a word from Amit, but utter chaos and confusion right here. This really is indicative of what is to come. Congress workers on the streets protesting against the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. Violent protests that were held a few moments ago, and now the police trying to shove in these Youth Congress workers into the bus where they're going to be detained at least for a few hours. But make no mistake, these are protests that aren't really going to be dying down anytime soon, given that he continues to get disqualified. The Delhi police also trying to, in fact, ask us not to cover this right now because there are people obviously who are getting hurt. They are protesting and they are getting detained and they're challenging that. I'm just going to show you these pictures right now that have come in that are in fact coming in of a Youth Congress worker here getting detained by the police, refusing to budge, refusing to move. Women too are getting detained. Women workers of the Youth Congress also are getting detained as we speak. It appears that this man isn't feeling well, and the police is also not really trying to take him away. Perhaps he is hurt. Let us try to get a sense of what really has happened to him, but he refuses to budge right now as the police is trying to pick him up and detain him.
हमारा जीवन चला जाएगा पर हम इस नरेंद्र मोदी को नहीं छोड़ेंगे.
All right, these are absolutely unprecedented visuals coming in from Jantar Mantar. Take a look at how the cops are literally dragging some of the protesters. That's Delhi police. In blue is the Rapid Action Force. And there is also, I can see, the CRPF and other paramilitary that have been deployed in large numbers. Apart from these are, of course, police buses in which they are being lodged into. Amit Bhardwaj is speaking to some of the protesters. Amit, go ahead, get us some voices. Over to you now.
ने खुद बैरिकेड्स को चढ़ के दूसरी तरफ आए और उछाल के कांग्रेस यूथ कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं को दूसरी तरफ फेंका जा रहा था, उनको डिटेन किया जा रहा था। अब यहाँ पे देखिए जो प्रोटेस्ट साइट है उसकी तस्वीरें आप देखिए कि किस तरह से बिल्कुल रेयर ये तस्वीरें आ रही हैं दिल्ली से, जहाँ पे पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के जो ये जवान हैं, सीआरपी के जवान हैं और दिल्ली पुलिस के अधिकारी हैं, वो यूथ कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं को अब यहाँ से दूसरी तरफ से भी निकाल रहे हैं। वो कार्यकर्ता जो बैरिकेड्स नहीं तोड़ के जाना चाह रहे थे उनको भी यहाँ से हटाया जा रहा है। आमतौर पे चित्रा ये होता है कि पुलिस बैरिकेड के दूसरी तरफ इंतजार करती है और अगर कोई प्रोटेस्टर बैरिकेड्स को तोड़ के आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश करता है तो वैसे में पुलिस वाले उनको डिटेन करते हैं। लेकिन आज एक अलग तस्वीर आपको देखने को मिली जहां पे पुलिस वाले खुद बैरिकेड्स को क्रॉस करके दूसरी तरफ आए इनको डिटेन करने के लिए, यूथ कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं को डिटेन करने के लिए। चित्रा।
All right, so that is Amit Bhardwaj speaking to us and also simultaneously for our sister channel Aaj Tak. I want to help you understand what is the protest about. This is the Youth Congress workers. In hundreds of numbers, they are protesting, they are being detained. Now, Jantar Mantar is where protests are allowed. So if you're wondering why are they being detained, one of the reasons is because their agenda eventually was to do the parliament gherao. It cannot be permitted. The parliament is in session right now. It's a VVIP zone. And therefore, one of the reasons that immediately this precautionary measure is being taken. But look at the assertiveness and aggression today among the Youth Congress workers. It's also because one of their top netas has been disqualified as MP. And of course, because there's been no debate in the parliament as the Congress wants over the JPC or at least the Modi-Adani issue. All guns blazing right now. Of course, the bigger question will be, shouldn't Rahul Gandhi have also joined them in these protests with his supporters who are all guns blazing today? Sneha Murdani continues to be with us. Over to you, Sneha.
Violent. All right, Pooja, if you can hear me, I hope you can. Again, this is the bus that is taking all of these protesters away. What we see really right now are workers of the Delhi, of the Youth Congress essentially. And this includes women as well. A few moments ago, there were pictures, in fact, of some of these workers even fainting, passing away. It's getting hot and it's really uncomfortable. But these workers of the Youth Congress are fairly relentless in their campaign against against the BJP-led central government. What they wanted to do, viewers, is to march to Parliament House, which is barely 5 kilometers from here, and they weren't allowed to do so. They weren't really allowed to do so. It's not permitted. The House obviously is in session. It's a law and order security issue as well. And that's the reason why in dozens, easily I think 200 to 300 workers right here in Jantar Mantar, they were allowed the peaceful protest. On your screen, B.V. Srinivas, the head of the Youth Congress there, whose comments earlier in the day made headlines for all the wrong reasons, but he continues to maintain that this is an ongoing fight, really. Well, what are they protesting against? They essentially, these are people who are protesting against the fact that Rahul Gandhi, former MP from Wayanad, has been disqualified from Lok Sabha. As a sitting MP, he ceases to be one. Protests inside Parliament and outside Parliament. Congress at least has hit the streets. And inside there is, of course, opposition unity in some sense that we see. Expect these protests and this fight to only escalate. Another bus is full of Youth Congress workers there, being taken away, as you can see, being driven away. In fact, there are some more workers of the Youth Congresses around this area, but let me give you a sense of the chaos that we really see around us. This is Jantar Mantar. Viewers, this is very close to where the Parliament is. Amit, in fact, is with me. Amit has been tracking these details with us. Amit, I was just, getting a sense of what really is happening. Protests have taken place in the past as well. But these were particularly violent, don't you think so? In fact, I saw a handful of them, passing out as well, a handful of Congress workers passing out as well.
Right, Sneha, we have covered several of the protests in the national capital, including the farmers' agitation, which went on for nearly 14 months. But today, the huge difference that you are seeing is that, number one, Srinivas said that those who love Rahul Gandhi should hit the barricades and should not be afraid of breaking those barricades. And the result, we just saw how the Youth Congress workers were not ready to relent to the police's appeal to not move to the Parliament. The Parliament is in session, and certainly the Youth Congress workers gave the Sansad Gherav call. Along with that, what usually happens is that when the protesters try to break the barricades, breach the barricades, that's when Delhi police normally gets activated.
Amit, be with us. Just to tell our viewers that Raj Sabha that was to convene at 2 did so and has been adjourned once again, viewers. This is yet another day of the Parliament not functioning. Remember, Lok Sabha convenes once again. Protests inside Parliament, outside Parliament once again. Amit, do be with us. These are in fact workers again of the Youth Congress getting detained by the Delhi police. But these have been pretty violent, and we'll just get you more pictures, in fact, coming in of more workers of the Youth Congress workers getting detained right here, being taken away. They were to march to Parliament. Of course, that can't happen. That can't happen in spite of the fact that there were efforts made, but heavy barricading and heavy police presence is what we saw. Amit.
Right, Sneha. In fact, what I was telling is that what usually happens is when these protesters try to break the barricades, that's when the detention process happens. But today, what we saw was many of these Delhi police officials had also climbed the barricades themselves. Very unusual, very rare. And in the other side of the protest side, the para forces Jawans were called in. Delhi police had chipped in, and they were literally tossing these protesters to the other side where we are standing right now. And the result is that gentlemen like this one have been detained. Many of them have also sustained injuries, but I can understand right.
जब तक सरकार जो मर्जी हम पे अत्याचार कर ले, लेकिन हम लोकतंत्र सुरक्षा की आवाज उठाते रहेंगे। बिल्कुल, हमारे प्रधान जी को भी और भी हमारे बहुत से कार्यकर्ताओं को चोटें लगी हैं, लेकिन ये मोदी सरकार हमें जितना मर्जी हमारे पे अत्याचार कर ले, मोदी सरकार जितना मर्जी अत्याचार कर ले, हम बैठने वाले नहीं हैं।
Okay, so you heard from one of the protesters right there, and I apologize for this chaos, but this is something that we really can't help. Amit, fairly relentless in their campaign, really, I would say. I don't think the Youth Congress has been this relentless ever before. This obviously is a prestige issue as well. Many of these Congress workers are from Kerala. Why not the erstwhile parliamentary constituency of Rahul Gandhi?
Right, Sneha, Kerala, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, these are the units which are showing a lot of strength today, because we have seen that many of these workers are apparently from Karnataka, Kerala and Rajasthan units and Madhya Pradesh unit. Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan being the units where elections are to happen. Karnataka is the state where election is to happen. Kerala again, as you mentioned, Wayanad is in Kerala, the constituency Rahul Gandhi represented. So a lot of effort being made by Youth Congress to show that they, a lot of times we do ask that whether the Congress has its ground support on the ground or not. Possibly, this is the way to show that they still have some strong hold on the ground, especially the fact that the opposition is coming together. Sir,
all right, so Amit there, while he negotiates with the Delhi police who are trying to remove us right now, let me just give a sense of what really has happened. Youth Congress workers have been detained, taken away. These were protests that were violent by any yardstick. I myself saw some injuries. There were, in fact, Youth Congress workers, some of them who passed out. It's hot, it's uncomfortable, and they were being picked up and shoved into the bus as we, in fact, saw.
For nearly 14 months, but today, the huge difference that you are seeing is that, number one, Srinivas said that those who love
the bandobast right now, as you see on your screens. In fact, we'll just try and get a sense rather of whether there are more protesters or not, but the police and the RAF really not taking any chances. Youth Congress out on the streets challenging and protesting the fact that former Congress MP from Wayanad, Rahul Gandhi, has been disqualified, and this is a legal as well as a huge political challenge. As far as today's dharna is concerned, this is where it all really started. As of now, we can see the police that continues to stay put right here, but pretty much all of the Youth Congress workers, in fact, have been detained. In fact, they've been detained and taken away, but dramatic pictures from today where violent clashes took place. The police now also heaving a sigh of relief, really, after the adamant Congress workers, Youth Congress workers, in fact, who were wanting to march to Parliament were obviously unable to do so and have been detained and taken away. So these are pictures, in fact, from Delhi's Jantar Mantar, where the Rapid Action Force, the RAF, continues to be present. No one really taking any chances, and Delhi police, of course, continues to be here as well. At least for some time, they're going to be here. We have more news just coming in. Let's go straight to that. There are clashes now that are being reported from Kannur. We're getting in details of clashes that have been reported from Kannur. A clash broke out in a march that was again taken out by the Congress party to the head post office in Kannur over the disqualification again of Rahul Gandhi. So from Delhi to Kerala to different other parts of the country, these protests continue. This march actually had started from the DCC office to Kannur head post office under the leadership of District Congress Committee that turned chaotic. Workers clashed with the police. Immediately after the inaugural speech, activists set fire to tires on the road, tried to barge their way into the head post office. Workers and police personnel were injured in these clashes. Youth Congress District Secretary Rohit Kannan was hit on the head amid police lathi charge and was shifted to a hospital with a fractured head, is what we are learning. We'll try and go across to Shibi Mall, who is with us, getting us the very latest. Shibi, give us a sense of... Shibi is going to, in fact, be joining us in a few moments from now, but we're talking about clashes that have taken place in Convoy over the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. Out in a march that took place. These are clashes that we're reporting from Kannur again of the Congress workers. They were in fact marching to the head post office in Kannur. This again over the hot issue. This is a hot potato issue of the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. The march that started from the DCC office to Kannur Head Post Office under the leadership of District Congress. Shibi Mall is with us, getting us the very latest. Shibi, what really happened there? One person has fractured his head. In fact, in Delhi too, the clashes have been pretty violent. Give us a sense of the scenes there right now.
Well, Sneha, the clash that broke out today was in Kannur actually. The district committee of Congress took out a march in Kannur to the head post office there. And there a clash broke out between the police because the workers there set tires on fire on the road, and that's when the clash took place. And the workers were, the police was trying to remove the workers from the spot, and that's when the clash took place because the workers has alleged that the police attacked the women also, like they were trying to forcefully remove women from the spot, and that's when the clash actually took place. Now, the Congress District Committee in Wayanad yesterday organized a torch march at night, a night march. They marched in large numbers to the BSL office here and organized a massive march. In Kannur today, in fact, we are understanding that the police personnel are also injured. People who were conducting small businesses on the roadside, they have also incurred a lot of loss because that's the kind of chaos the march turned into. And we are understanding that some of the workers are injured. One has had a head injury as well as the other person has had a hand injury. Both of them have been shifted to the hospital right now. One of them has fractured his hand is what we are understanding. Now here in Wayanad today, I'm in Wayanad right now, here in Wayanad today, the Muslim League's youth wing, the Youth League has also planned to take out a massive march today at night, showing solidarity to Rahul Gandhi, who was disqualified. This is the kind of scenes that we're seeing right now across the state, especially in the major districts like Kannur, Tirunelveli, Wayanad, Ernakulam, etc., where since the news broke out, there have been massive marches organized by the Congress and its allies in Kerala.
All right, Shibi, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us the very latest. Shibi Mall there joining us from Kerala, where protests have broken out in viewers, not just Kerala, several parts of the country. One in Delhi, where I am right now, Jantar Mantar saw really violent protest that was held by the Youth Congress here. The president of the Youth Congress, B.V. Srinivas, along with dozens of other Congress workers, have been detained. But expect these protests by workers of the Congress party to continue. This is an issue that has in fact only intensified the war between the BJP and the Congress inside Parliament and outside Parliament. Protests of Congress workers continues. That continues to be our top focus story right here for the moment. It's time for a quick commercial break. Here back in just 2 minutes.
Most important would be to go and consult a dermatologist because this is not something you can treat on your own. However, what is the basic step and why does it happen? So heat rash happens because of the trapping of the sweat gland or sweat duct, and there is sweat under the skin. So you see it can be of varied types. It can be red color, or it can be crystal-like, or it can be pustular. So these are the various types of heat rash which can be seen depending upon the level of the sweat duct which is involved. So most important steps which we can do during summers is to wear loose clothing. Don't wear very tight clothing because that can cause friction as well as it can lead to mechanical damage because of rubbing, and so the skin barrier could be disrupted. So make sure that your barrier is intact, and you can use moisturizer which will act like a lubricating agent, so it will protect your skin.
Tell us about heat burns and how to avoid them.
You have to use something to negate the effects of your direct exposure to sun, like hat you can use goggles so that eye irritation will not happen. You can cover your arms and your body parts with a soft cotton clothes so that you will not get sunburns.
Why do I keep getting headaches in summers? Is it a sign of dehydration?
One of the symptoms of dehydration is lightheadedness and mild headache. Of course, be very clear in your head that this is not the basic sign of dehydration. So there are a lot of headaches which happen in summers, especially those who are prone to migraine. Summers and extreme heat precipitates the headache, and therefore dehydration of course can give you lightheadedness and some headache. but other causes of headache must also be considered.
This is my state, this is my home, these are my netas, these are my issues, these are my people, this is my election, this is my state Karnataka.
Watch State of War Karnataka Monday to Friday 6:30 p.m. only on India Today.
Hello, welcome. You're watching India Today. I'm Diwali Patel. Before we begin our special broadcast, I would like to take this moment to wish mega power star Ram Charan a very happy birthday on behalf of the network. He has turned a year older, and in the next 30 minutes, we will talk only and only